place. Let's bring him up. Competitor number 38. It's Declan Wild.
Well done, Declan.
Well done, Declan. Pretty good turnout for the debut, man. 4 in there.
That's it.
You know, a few guys taking the stage for the first time, which is always really exciting. And I think it's a cool feeling when there's more people up there with you.
Well done, Declan, mate. You've done an absolutely fantastic job for your first ever show.
Righto, Declan, hold there. We'll bring him on third place. We have Lee Greenslade in third.
Well done, Lee, placing into that top 3.
Second place, number 22, Jacob Beck. And let's bring on your winner in first place, competitor number 31, Sonny Lamb.
Yeah, and I think a rightful winner for our debut class today. Sonny Lamb just literally epitomising what men's physique is. Well done to our athletes. I think it was a fantastic debut class, but unfortunately there could only be one, and I think that the judges did get it right. Sonny, 100% in my opinion, a deserving winner today.
Absolutely, mate. Yeah, really polished package. I mean, he's one that, as he keeps going, more muscle, more maturity, he's just going to keep getting better and better. I mean, with that sort of shape and that sort of presentation, you know, he's someone who, as he gets older, could be a real handful. So, yeah, it's super impressive, man.
I think Sonny should be very proud of the physique he's brought. Great conditioning, great muscularity, great posing as well, so well done, mate.
There were 2. In second place, competitor number 22, it's Jacob Beck.
Well done to Jacob. And again, a very, very good junior class with Jacob and Sonny again. You know, for a junior class, some of the talent that we've been able to see is fantastic, so well done to both.
Mate, gone are the days in men's physique with those big board shorts past the knee, you know,
That's
nice
it.
and fitted now, nice and tapered.
That's it, and you've got to be training your legs if you want to fill them out.
That's it.
Thank you, boys. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you, Sonny. Sonny, Robert, your winning photo. Do another one if you want to change the pose. Do a different one. Sonny Lamb. Thank you, mate. We'll get you to step off. The novice division, there were 3. In third place, competitor number 38, Declan Wild.
Well done, Declan.
Well done, mate.
In second place, competitor number 31, it's Sonny Lamb.
There we go. Sonny picking up the second place today.
Which means your novice champion in first place, competitor number 28. 30. Sorry, what number? It's Ryan Morgan. Who cares what number he is?
Well done to Ryan. And again, I think we talked about it before, you know, just he is an extremely impressive athlete, you know, great muscularity, you know, great conditioning, and I think that probably just pipped it for him today.
Super complete, mate. Not the sort of caliber that you expect to see winning a novice, because you expect to see them in an open class. But yeah, it just speaks to how good quality he is, man. Not only has he got a wonderful amount of muscularity, but the conditioning as well. Just epitomizes what this division is all about.
That's right.
In the men's 40 plus, there were 2. In second place, competitor number 2, Mr. Lee Greenslade. Which means your champion. In first place, competitor 39, it's Corey Brody.
And Corey getting his first placing of the day, winning the 40 plus division. Well done, mate. Again, thought he brought some fantastic charisma and posing to the stage. A lovely smile as well. So congratulations to our 40 plus competitors.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, you know, the judges just probably opting for a little bit more muscular of a look there. With Corey just having a little bit more on that sort of, especially through the chest and the delts there.
That's right, yeah.
So yeah, great, and I really enjoyed his routine as well. Great energy, really trying to get the crowd involved.
That's
so
right.
that was great to see.
100%. And now I believe it's our big one, the pro qualifier. I think we may have an idea of who's going to win this, but again, all the physiques on stage today, especially men's physique, were fantastic, so well done.
Awards to give, and I was just asking, do we do them before or after? And we're going to do them after. Rightio, this next one is for pro status. Whoever wins this takes home the prize, the money, and the chance to go to the US and compete at the Yorton Cup. There were 6. In 6th place, competitor 2, Lee Greenslade. Just go next to 4, mate. Lee Greenslade in 6th. In 5th place, competitor number 38, it's Declan Wiles.
Declan picking him up a nice little 5th place there in the open lineup, mate. I think, yeah, just that muscularity shining through.
That's right, and I think as well, like, you know, he's that's something that is sometimes a little bit understated. Like, you do need a level of muscularity in order to get in condition, and sometimes just having that muscularity can get you over the line sometimes if maybe someone is just doesn't have as much muscle as you but has a little bit more conditioning.
Absolutely, mate, yeah, and it just sort of goes back to what we were saying. It's about just trying to find the best of the package.
That's
and
right.
You have to weigh up all of these things, and in some divisions, you know, whether it be muscularity, symmetry, condition, it will count for more, but it's about trying to balance the books as best you can.
That's right.
Really nice 3rd place there for Jacob. I think he should be really chuffed with that. I think he's brought a great look today.
And I believe he will have some more shows this season, and I think there is definitely some silver and potentially some gold in this season ahead, because he's got a really good physique, so well done.
OCB Pro. Both men worthy. Both men deserve the rights. In 2nd place, I think he's the future of this sport here in Australia. Competitor 31, it's Mr. Sonny Lamb.
Great result that for Sonny.
100%. Well done, Sonny.
And you, OCB Australian Pro, is competitor number 35. It's Ryan Morgan.
And there we have it. Ryan taking out the pro card and a worthy physique. Our first ever men's physique, OCB Pro. And Lawrence, I couldn't think of a better athlete to give it to.
Honestly, mate, superb. Like, I mean, he is pro standard. I mean, it's that simple, whether it be in the OCB, and that's the sort of physique that wouldn't look out of place, you know, on the world stage for the WNBF or with the INBA. Like, you know, when you look at that physique, that is a pro men's physique competitor in the natural realms. And yeah, it's thoroughly deserved, man. Thoroughly deserved.
And again, you can see, you know, I think with time, Sonny is going to be one of those competitors gunning for a pro card. He's still a young athlete. He's still a student himself. So, you know, with more time, he's definitely going to be one of those athletes, you know, gunning for pro card status, world titles, whatever it is. He's got the shape. He's got the symmetry. He's got the posing. Reminds me a bit of myself, actually. I feel like all the things I'm saying right now, people are saying about me. He's just one of those athletes who you can tell he's just going to be one of those guys one day, 100%.
That's it, man, and it's almost a very similar story to what we said in the Classic. You know, you got a young guy who's got beautiful shape and tons of potential and has, on his day, could have well taken out the overall today.
That's right.
But you just happen to encounter someone with a bit more time in the game, and probably someone who's one of the best, you know, natural men's physiques I've seen in the country in quite some time.
100%.
So, yeah, and that's the thing about bodybuilding, man. You just never know who's going to be there, and it would be silly for people to just focus on the outcome and just the placing, because at the end of the day, sometimes these freaks just rock up and there's nothing you can do. So I really hope that Sonny holds his head really high today, because he's brought a superb package.
Oh, there you go.
Love is in the air, Emmanuel.
Love is in the air.
Obviously, we're both quite emotionally shut off, and bodybuilding's consumed us, but it's good to see that Ryan's been able to hang on to some sort of human connection through pro.
I'm going to bring you over.
I thought you had to give up all emotions to get a pro card. He's just shown that you don't have to.
Look, all I'm saying is I'm extremely concerned because, yeah, we've lost everything.
Leave it behind.
And there we go. That pretty much wraps up our men's show. We're going to hear from Ryan now, a new OCB Pro, maybe hear about some potential future plans. I hope he's going to grace the stage again, because with a physique like that, I'd love to see it in some other divisions.
Ryan Morgan from Sydney, mate. What brought you to our OCB Australia stage today?
I've followed OCBs for a while, and I like the sort of integrity that they do with all the polygraph testing and stuff like that. I think it's a big thing for natural bodybuilding to, it's nice to see. It's really nice to see.
Amazing. Now, noting OCB is red hot on integrity and drug-free challenges. You are now an OCB Pro, has qualified to go to Yorton. Where can we expect to see you in the US this year representing Australia at the Yorton Cup?
I have other shows planned, but I'll speak to the coach and see what's happening.
Mate, you could hock her diamond ring off and fly first class. Right, we've got to speed up. We're going to talk to you another day. But right now, ladies and gents, let's thank our newest OCB Australia Pro Men's Physique, Mr. Ryan Morgan.
Well done to Ryan. That was absolutely fantastic. And, you know, 3 pro qualifiers today, the first time that OCB has had this for the men's show, and it was fantastic. I think all athletes showcasing some fantastic physiques on stage today. Lawrence, what did you think?
Mate, absolutely superb. Like, just so good across all the divisions. And the thing that I always love about that when the depth of competitors are so good is that you can see a clear delineation between the divisions. Like, even if you put them all in the same posing trunks, you could see all 3 of those overall winners, the different strengths that they have, and what it means to be a part of their division. So, yeah, I thought that was awesome, man. And now we're getting treated to a bit of a guest posing with the Classic King himself.
We have the definition of classic, Cameron Jones, in his off-season, apparently. Like,
Allegedly.
Allegedly. And as you can see, I think we're in for an absolute treat here. Every time I've seen Cameron pose, it's just an absolute sight. Just the way he hits his poses, the way he coordinates them, the way he flows in between poses, just you know, unbelievable.
No, it's awesome, man. And this is a guy who just not only lives and breathes bodybuilding, but just loves classics so much. And just really loves the art, the flow of the posing.
That's right.
All the way down to, you know, the grooming of the hair and the way that you move between the transitions. It's awesome to see, man. He's a true student of the game.
That's right. And, you know, we are very blessed to have him here today. And apparently in his off-season again with the striated quads.
Still feathered quads. I think it's a testament to just how much muscle he has, you know, to be in the off-season and have that level of conditioning doesn't come without some serious tissue.
That's right.
So Cameron, in our June show, was awarded the 2025 Posing Award, and our OCB Australian promoter Lisa I'd like to invite her on stage to give Cameron his Posing Award. I think you will all attest he is absolutely seamless with his flow and flair and everything he has done for this sport. Ladies and gents, your 2025 Posing Award recipient, Mr. Cameron Jones. You're welcome, mate. Thank you. Beck? I would like to invite to stage our women's physique champion from our June show. We spoke to her earlier, Rebecca Moon, who will also be receiving an award.
And we have Rebecca back, and she was an absolute inspiration to me, hearing about her story and what she had to go through before stepping on stage, you know, suffering from multiple strokes, and as you can see here, being commemorated with some fantastic posing, which had some absolutely amazing athletic feats in it as well.
It's one of the best posing routines I've ever seen, and I've been in this industry for a while now, and as far as just like the athleticism and how impressive it was, I would have to really think about it to think about something more impressive. It was awesome.
So congratulations to Ryan and Corey on their achievements today. Ladies and gents, we are going to take an interlude. We are going to be back at 12:15 with the ladies show. Make sure you go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So as you're hearing that from Cam, we are going to jump off the stream, give you guys 25 minutes to, you know, go to the bathroom, get a protein feeding in, and maybe get some steps in for the break. Myself and Emmanuel will be back very shortly with the women's program.
Set to be a ripper. All right, thank you, Lawrence. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you in a bit.
was Ryan. and gents, it's time for the real show. Let's get the ladies fired up. Now, before we do this, there's some ground rules. You'll see beneath the lectern, there's a gold cheerleader trophy. This is your chance, your opportunity to go home a winner. Below there, whoever yells, screams, cheers the loudest is going to take that little trophy home, which I had designed with an OCB logo on it. And I'm going to give you $100. So if that's not incentive, I don't know what is. Today's basically paid for itself. So just get loud, be really outrageously arrogant and overt, stand on your chair. Now this was inspired by our Bikini 35 plus champion at the last show, whose sons were basically doing the haka in the front row. And I thought I need to recommend this. So as I called it the Spirit Spotter Award, in the gym you need a spotter to help you lift higher. On the stage you need someone to spot you with your spirit. And the more you cheer and the more you yell and whistle and scream their names and numbers and be so impressed with the amazing female physiques you will see on stage today, you'll go home a winner. So are we ready? That's how we do it. If you can whistle, I want to hear it. We're going to get these ladies up first. We have women's physique, figure, wellness and bikini. We have some of the most impressive, big, ripped and balanced women you will ever see. So if you want to see women in their finest, you're at the right place. Are we ready to go back there? Eva, are we ready? The girls are ready. We're ready. In the first category of the afternoon, women's physique, we're looking for thick, ripped and balanced. We want thick, full, muscular look in all areas. We want nothing weak, wide lats, sweeping quads, peaked biceps and triceps. We want a full 3D muscle belly shredded with cross striations look, and you're about to get it. I know one girl down here who cannot wait. She's a pro, she's here, she's represented, and she will be on this stage next time we go around. Renee Huggard, get ready, because here comes, in the women's 35 plus, it's a pro qualifier. Whoever takes this out has the chance to represent at Jordan. Let's get her out, competitor number 4, it's Christy Cameron.
Alrighty, mate, we are back for the women's program, kicking off with women's physique. So there's going to be some hard, dense female muscle up there to begin off. So
that's right.
Let's get into it, man.
And again, I'm so happy to see that we've got a muscular female division in a pro qualifier, not only for the Masters but also for the Open. So this is great to see. You know, celebrating the muscular women in our show today, which is fantastic.
Absolutely, mate. And yeah, some extremely impressive physiques to start off with. You know, both ladies now to be joined by Jess Jenkins. And no one looks out of place today, mate. The conditioning, the muscularity, it is on display.
100%. We're seeing the quads straight away popping. Good midsection detail. Good detail through the delts. Lats are popping and showing as well. You know, fitting that women's physique criteria straight away.
Well, Kelly Greenslade, I know, has competed with the WNBF. She went over to Worlds last year, I want to say. She was with that big WNBF Australia team that went across. So now moving into the women's physique in the OCB. Very exciting.
Quarter turn to your right.
And I will just remind everyone that the winner of this class here will be awarded with a Masters Pro card, which, you know, I really do like about OCB is that they do provide that competitive nature for the older competitors, because, you know, it's still something to be celebrated because they prep just as hard, sometimes with more responsibilities, and they still get it done. So great to see them rewarded with a Masters Pro card.
Double bicep and strike.
Here we go, moving into the muscularity now.
Absolutely, man. And for some of the divisions, the Masters Pros are just as competitive as the Open Pros.
Agreed.
You know, like these ladies are in the Open as well. And to be honest, it checks out because it takes time to build this level of muscularity. So it's really cool to see what we have on display. You know,
wow.
the conditioning from Christy,
Wow.
man, like she is inside out peeled.
Looks like an anatomy chart. Look at the delts.
Top to bottom, man. I'm telling you, like there is nothing on her that is out of shape. especially, you know, looking down at Jess as well, you can actually see some striations in the quads as she moves through some of those turns.
That's right.
And it's interesting. We got Kelly, who is probably the most muscular out of the crew today. Maybe not as sharp as the two ladies to her sides. So it's going to be interesting to see where the judges go.
That's right. You know, again, I think it's been a kind of a story of the day at the moment where we're seeing different physiques, but, you know, different doesn't mean better or worse. It just means they have their different strengths. I think, you know, we saw that in classic physique today. We saw that in men's physique today. We saw it in open bodybuilding today. You know, we can have a look and see that these guys are all fantastic physique competitors. And you can see, and you can probably hear through our mics, the crowd just going absolutely insane for these ladies on stage.
Well, mate, just cast your eyes to the right-hand side there. It is standing room only here in the Ipswich Showground. We've got people literally just standing at the back of the hallway, not even sitting down, so they can watch this display. I think there's something pretty special about seeing this kind of muscle, type of muscularity. It is really cool.
That's right. And I would even say it's beyond standing point. Some people at the back tiptoeing over there, just so you can get a peek at some of the lovely physiques on stage.
Okay, ladies, front double bicep and strike.
Great professionalism there from Emmanuel, just turning off the stream so that he could crack open a C4 caffeinated beverage, which I myself are tucking into on the side as well.
And we just have to thank our vendors for the free caffeinated beverage, which is always better than paying.
Yes, look at that detail through the leg on Jess there, Emmanuel. Just top to bottom, like sartorius whole way up the thigh. Same as Christy as well. You know, the delts are just absolutely peeled.
I need to know what these girls are doing to train their upper back and their lats. Every single one of them, you can just see the detail. You can see the muscularity just when they hit that back double there. It's just immense. I'm so impressed. Wow.
And relax.
And I think that's where you can see, you know, sometimes you don't always have the biggest number of competitors or the biggest lineup on paper. But man, oh man, the quality of this lineup is simply immense.
And just look at Jess there. Look at the detail through the hips there. My goodness.
You can literally see fibers of like the rec fem from where it attaches at the hip. You know, it's crazy stuff that we're seeing.
Right, ladies, just listen
see Kirsty moving into the middle there.
Front double bicep and strike.
Yeah, into the middle we go. Now this is what we want to see. You know, each person getting their shot at the title, getting their time in the middle. And, you know, just moving people around gives you a chance to see things in a bit of a different light. And I think it's good that the judges have been really thorough there today.
That's right. I think, again, just, you know, great quality across. I think, you know, in my opinion, this might be, you know, across having more than two competitors, the whole class is being extremely competitive in all aspects. You know, we've seen in some classes, you know, in the past, not only just today, that, you know, there might be a few standout physiques, but, you know, every woman on that stage right now belongs and they look fantastic. Definitely worthy of a pro qualifier class.
Yeah, absolutely, mate.
Your favorite, most muscular.
Here we go.
They're being made to work for it today as well.
That's right. Wow, just look at the detail in the delts there from Kirsty. That's fantastic.
Wowzers, just through the chest as well.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, truly top to toe. I don't think there's a body part that's not in elite conditioning there for Kirsty.
And we talked about it last time we were here at the earlier show that, you know, conditioning usually is the telltale sign of someone who's worked extremely hard, not only in their training, but their diet and their mental fortitude, because, you know, you can't get shredded on accident. It has to be intentional and it has to have a lot of effort. You know, muscularity is done in the off season, but showcasing that muscularity that you built is due to mental fortitude in the contest prep.
Once again, Jess with the lines and the glutes from the side. Really, really impressive.
Not sure about you, Lawrence, but for me, I think from a conditioning standpoint, this might be the class of the day so far. Like, just all of them in really good nick at the moment.
Yeah, no, I think you're right, mate. And I think, yeah, Christy could very well be one of the most conditioned competitors at the show, to be honest. Like, there's really not much that she could be pulling off at this stage. And for her to be at this point already, you know, quite early in the season, be interesting to see if she's still got more shows after this, but she surely hasn't used this as a warm-up.
That's right.
I can't imagine the trouble these guys down here are going through. I'm going to give them a minute or two, because we're about to bring them straight back out again, all three of them, for another round for the Open Pro qualifier. And I was standing here counting how many female figure pros I could count in the arena, and there's at least 4 or 5 women sitting here who I would imagine are so immensely proud of these women on stage, because they are bringing what they want the future of this sport to be and standing up and making it count. So ladies, thank you for what you do for this sport, because this is absolutely exceptional with where we're taking that. So thank you very much. Okay, we're going to get them straight back out, and then we're going to make them do some posing routines. These judges are now going to judge and assess for who will win the Pro Qualifier Open category. Let's get her back out. She was amazing to talk to yesterday. Competitor number 4, it's Christy Cameron. Our next competitor number 8, it's Kelly Greensley. And your final competitor 27, it's Jess Jenkins.
All right, and now we have the same 3 lovely physiques back on for the Open lineup now. So although you're looking at the same physiques again, you need to make sure that you're still staying on top of your posing. Make sure that you keep that poise, because if it's close, it can go either way.
Yeah, sometimes it's an opportunity for the judges to see, is anyone going to slip up here? Sometimes when all of the competitors are of a really high standard, you're essentially just waiting for someone to fade and waiting for someone to make a mistake. So the ladies have got their work cut out for them. They've just come off stage. They're back on. Let's see them fight it out a little bit.
That's right, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, you had something similar happen to you in your last season where, there was an earlier class that you didn't win and you came back to claim an overall. Is that correct? Against the same person?
Mate, exactly right. And I think you never know what, a few minutes can even do to a physique, some posing tweaks. If one of these ladies, for example, was able to have a quick word with their coach, they adjust the pose, they could go from losing a pose 1 minute and literally winning the pose the next. So I think that's sometimes the viewers might not understand, we're just seeing the same people again and again, but there's changes that can go on behind the scenes that can alter the results. It's not uncommon.
That's right. And I think sometimes people might think, like they don't look any different at all. But to these judges that have been doing it for some of them many, many years, they can tell the slightest difference in a pose. They can tell the slightest little bit in anything that you do. And ultimately, these 0.5%ers can make a difference between a first place and a second place.
And that's the thing, like another 5 minutes of posing for a physique that is already that lean is significant. Like, yes, maybe if we're standing here in off-season condition, you're going to look the same at the end of the day, at the start of the day. But when you're in the sort of condition that these ladies are in, another few minutes on stage, some might start to fade, some might actually start to harden up a little bit, which is exactly why you still want to let these divisions play out.
That's right.
Side choker.
And again, I'm not sure if we're seeing any fading happening at the moment. These girls are looking very poised, each and every single one of them smiling, not allowing their stomach to distend through their poses, just complete professionalism in all aspects.
Yeah, and I think poise is exactly the word there, Emmanuel. Everyone just looking cool, calm, collected. Really nice professionalism that we're seeing up there on stage.
Oh, sorry, guys. And most favourite muscular pose.
And I think I just saw Cam tucking into a caffeinated beverage as well, mate. So, we're into the second half of the day. We're coming on 12:30. We're starting to feel it.
That's right. Second half, you've got to come out and perform. So, caffeination, if it's going to help you perform, get it in. Get it in.
We'll sacrifice that sleep tonight.
100%.
But, I plan on taking enough melatonin to down a large animal, so we should be fine.
That's right.
Look at that. Those muscles, like the insertions on the side of the hip there for Jess, it's muscles that haven't even been identified on charts yet. It's outrageous.
Looks like some guitar strings have just been placed right there. You can just see and I know I've said it before, but, you know, I always say that conditioning is a testament of mentality. Like, obviously, you know, all these girls have fantastic coaches. That's nonetheless, they've obviously told them what to do, and they have done it to an absolute T. But, you know,
muscular pose.
for me, I've never been that lean, but I know people who have, and it's the same thing every time. You're always going to be tired. You're mentally, you're not going to be there all the time. But having the fortitude to keep pushing on, to keep pushing forward, and show that muscularity with that level of conditioning is a testament to all these ladies and their hard work.
Yeah, no, I would agree, mate. And, you know, there is a certain element of, you know, can you just simply endure what it takes to get down to those levels of body fat? And, you know, these ladies have certainly gotten there and some. And, you know, they've done a wonderful job presenting themselves today. Fantastic to see.
Thank you, girls. Okay. We're going to give them a minute to catch their breath. They've had 2 pretty solid rounds, but they're going to be back on stage any moment with posing routines. And I was saying off stage here a second ago, this is absolutely exceptional. And I love the fact Felicia, as a physique competitor herself, she's watching how far this sport has come along. So it's brilliant. I just took a photo from up here. I tried to do a selfie to make these guys laugh, but the spotlights are really hot and in my face, so it didn't work. But to see the crowd from up here and to see what they're seeing, we thank you. Because you can see people stacked all the way back into the expo, and it's amazing. So thanks to you guys for being here. I'll just check the girls are ready. Okay, first posing routine. Our first athlete to stage is what I can describe in one word: proud. She's proud of her son, she's proud of her husband, and she's proud of her friends who gather to support her here today. Most importantly, as far as I'm concerned, she has every right to be proud of herself. You see, this athlete has been on one hell of a journey to becoming the woman we see here today. She's a mother of 3 with a 24 and a 23-year-old, not to mention the amazing 16-year-old we had the pleasure to get to know earlier today. She started a bodybuilding journey when she said in her own words, she completely transformed her life. Not only is she now a physique sports coach herself, she's a life coach, a mentor, a wife, a mother, and is one hell of an inspiration to each and all of us. Ladies and gents, if you want someone to be your inspiration, look no further. Let's get her on stage. CJ the DJ, pump the music. Let's go Ipswich, on your feet, bang your hands, shout the roof off the place. It's our good friend, your wife, your mother, competitor number 8, it's Kelly Greenslade.
3 Greenslades in one day, Emmanuel. This is crazy work.
It's a legacy. It is a family legacy.
Bodybuilding heritage.
And again, the muscularity that Kelly has must run in the family. Wow. What an absolutely fantastic routine,
man.
I think we see where Jasper gets the classic inspiration from. It's not the dad, it is definitely mum.
Mate, absolutely. No, awesome routine, great song selection, and sort of combining those real strong, powerful poses with a beautiful smile and such poise and grace as well. So really enjoy that from Kelly. Great. Hey, we're off to another good start.
She calls herself
it can't get any better, can it, Lawrence?
Nutrition and gut health.
It can.
With a massive off-season, she gained over 3 kilo of muscle, and up to this week was still calf raising 260 kilos. It's this athlete's hope that she can inspire others to see the benefits of building muscle, whether they're young, at a competition level, or over 50. Get loud, it's our new friend and inspiration, competitor number 4, it's Christy Cameron!
So here we go, Christy, bringing, you know, arguably the conditioning of the show thus far. So I'm really looking to see each and every one of those fibers as she moves through some of these poses.
Yeah, literally as she gets into her first pose there, just ridiculous.
Already doing something that I cannot. Look at the hamstring on that pose, hey.
Human anatomy.
This town's lost its faith. Our colors will fade eventually. So if our time is running out, day after day, we'll make the Monday a masterpiece. Oh my love. I take one look at you, you're taking me out of the ordinary. I want you laying me down till we're dead and buried. On the edge of your knife, staying drunk on your vibe. The angels up in the clouds are jealous knowing we found something so wild of the ordinary. You got me kissing the ground of your sanctuary. Share me with you.
Christy Cameron. Well done,
And well done there from Christy. I think I'm going to rename her the Human Anatomy chart because just through every pose, just fantastic conditioning. You can see every muscle fiber moving.
Oh, it's next level, mate. It is extremely, extremely good conditioning. World-class conditioning, to be honest.
So I was curious what a young man would think about his mother undertaking a physique sport. It got the better of me, so I took the opportunity to ask him a few things about his mum. I thought rather than do a bio, I'd just regale you with this conversation. I said, how hard does mum train, mate? And he goes, huh? I asked him if she had a crazy diet, and he went, nah, but she does eat a lot of pumpkin. I asked him what she loved doing in the gym, and he shrugged and goes, I don't know. I asked him what she hated doing in the gym, and he went, oh, she hates running. I asked him if he was proud of her, and he said, I really am. And I then asked him if he wanted to go and give her a hug and tell her he was proud, and he said, nah, not today, but I will tomorrow. Ladies and gents, it's your PE teaching, golf playing mum of little legend Jack. She looks absolutely peeled for her first bodybuilding show. I give her the best arousal competitor, 27, Jessica
First show.
Jenkins.
Hearing that from Cam, that's crazy. To get into that sort of conditioning as a first timer is unreal. Not only to have the muscularity, but just to have the wherewithal in the prep to get there. Incredible.
Something's got a hold on me lately, though I don't know myself anymore. Feels like the walls are all closing in, and the devil's knocking at my door. Whoa, out of my mind, how many times did I tell you I'm no good at being alone? Yeah, it's taking a toll on me. Trying my best to keep from tearing the skin off my bones. Don't you know how to control when you're not next to me? I'm falling apart right in front of you. Can't you see?
I don't know about you, Alex, but these posing routines today have just been absolutely fantastic. Just the muscularity and condition on display today, immense.
They've been next level, mate. They've been awesome. And, mate, it's hard to hear that song at an OCB show and not think of Mr. Hume, who had a wonderful classic routine to that one at the very first OCB show. The one that you competed at as well. Yeah, Jess paid lovely homage to that. So, yeah, I think Hume would have had a smile on his face watching that.
That's right. And both those physiques way better than mine.
Physique 35 plus. In third place, competitor number 4, it's Christy Cameron.
Wow, so an interesting one there. I mean, certainly I would say that some of the other competitors, in terms of the muscularity, have just pipped Christy there, which look, I mean, at the end of the day, she has brought next level conditioning. Couldn't have done much more. They obviously just looked for a slightly bigger frame today.
Competitor number 8, Kelly Greenslade.
And again, like, when you're competing in such a high quality class, you know, the different physiques are going to have their different aspects of strengths, but, you know, they eventually do have to lean towards one style of physique. And I think, to be honest with you, I think throughout new OCB Masters Pro is Jess. I think she's a combination of probably the both, of muscularity and conditioning. Where I would say, I think, you know, in my opinion, I think Christy potentially maybe the most conditioned on stage, but Jess just has that shape and the structure as well as the muscularity to go along with it.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that, you know, in a world where maybe Jess didn't have quite as much muscularity, Christy maybe takes that on top of the conditioning. But I think the word you used there was like the best balance. You know, she's the best combination of second and third in actuality. So she's brought the right amount of conditioning, more muscularity than one, more conditioning the other. So it's the right mix, and I think the judges have made a very good decision there.
And again, I think all these lovely ladies on stage are, you know, in their own right, all fantastic physiques, and should be very proud of the physiques that they've brought. But again, it's just one of those ones where it comes down to who's the best on the day. And I think if these ladies have more in their season to come, there's a lot of gold coming all of their way.
Yeah, absolutely. Amazing start to the women's program, ladies. So, mate, if this is what we've got in store for the afternoon session, then we're in for a real treat.
We'll get a photo with Lisa. Thanks, Christy. We'll get a photo with you guys. And we'll get you just to step off stage. The girls will get reset. We'll go again. Come on, is it the same stuff, or you want to just leave that there? Do you want to just leave that there? Yeah. Okay, it's a quick turnaround on this one. It's for the Open Pro Qualifier, taking home an Open Pro card with the chance to go to the Yorton Cup in the US later this year and represent Australia and become a physique pro. In third place, we have competitor number 4. It's Christy Cameron.
And obviously now just placing the Open Pro qualifier with our same rung of competitors. So, you know, even though we can expect probably a similar outcome for this one, a great achievement for these ladies to stand up here today and be a part of a class of this caliber.
100%, and I think it's a testament of them all being able to showcase fantastic posing across 2 classes, where they did work them quite a bit, to be fair. You know, switched them around, gave them all a go in the middle, and all of them held their own, smiles on their faces. None of them really fading, in my opinion, making sure to showcase their best at all times. So well done to all of these ladies. You know, in my opinion, I think in terms of a class on its whole, the most competitive across all competitors, and provide good entertainment for the crowd. And as you can see, standing room only, so that doesn't happen unless there's quality physiques on stage.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. And one thing I think you notice about ladies like this, you know, in the women's physique, they tend to be ladies in their 30s, 40s, sometimes 50s, because that's how long it takes to build this muscle.
That's right.
And they're always just such pros. They're no nonsense. You know, they're some of the easiest competitors to do a contest prep with because they lived a lot of life. They're managing a household. They're doing their thing. Like, it's just awesome to see. And I think it really also helps to abolish some narratives that, you know, life ends at a certain point for these women, because they're out here bloody kicking goals on a bodybuilding stage.
That's it. And potentially for Jess, as a PE teacher, probably kicking goals against her students.
And whipping them comfortably, I'd imagine. Getting out there and, you know, when the PE teacher joins your team to give you a bit of a hand, if you're on the opposition to Jess, serious problems.
Not only a force on the bodybuilding stage, but a force on the oval during lunchtime HPE lessons.
Absolutely. And we're seeing Hayley from Dynamics.
Family, come on guys, let's get up here. Here he is, the little dude, the legend, Jack.
And joined by the infamous Jack, who still doesn't know what his mum's favourite exercise in the gym is.
Oh, look, mate, I think we can't blame him too much. There's a lot of options. He looks absolutely elated, though. How good's that? He looks pumped.
I think this is probably one of my favourite parts about bodybuilding. I think, you know, you see the pro card wins, but when you have people to celebrate it with, the people who have supported you during your prep, maybe Jack causing a little bit of stress to mum, but still there, you know, smile on his face, happy for his mum. I think those are the best things about bodybuilding.
Absolutely amazing. It's great to see a little glimpse of the person behind the competitor. Really good to see, and what a dream team, you know, Hayley and Damo, highly respected people in the field.
Now, you didn't know what I was going to say about you with the bio, but your young fella and I had a great chat yesterday.
Yep.
And I hope he made you proud, and I know he's definitely proud of you because he said that. Anyone you want to thank?
Obviously him and my husband David, patience and dealing with all the idiosyncrasies of it all, but and yeah, family and friends.
Amazing. Now, 2 pro cards. Will we see at Yorton Cup this year?
I don't think so.
Too soon to tell. Will we see at Yorton Cup in the future?
I hope so.
There you go. Ladies and gents, your new OCB Physique Pro. Your new hero for you guys out there, Jess Jenkins. Yeah.
Sorry, just one massive thank you to Damo and Hayley. Obviously couldn't have done it without you, so thank you very much.
Jess Jenkins. Okay, I would now like to ask back on stage. She has received the posing award today. It is the one, the only, your girl, Kelly Greenslade.
And great to see, again, like, you know, sometimes when these fantastic physiques, you know, are on stage and they're all competing against each other, you know, sometimes it's really great to see that these athletes are still commemorated in some way. And, you know, she's obviously done a fantastic job with her posing. I think Jasper did a great job earlier today as well. So, you know, mum and son, really good job with the posing. And also, how could I forget, the father in men's physique as well. It's insane.
Mate, it's a hell of a day for the Greenslades, I think we can all say. And look, mate, I for one would love to see if Kelly's still going this year, because I think show to show, she has such great muscularity. If she can keep bringing more and more condition, how good is that?
That is peak. That is peak right there.
Husband, son, Kelly, Lee, Jasper Greenslade. Thank you to you guys. Alrighty.
How good. Absolutely amazing. A day for the Greenslades, if nothing else. An absolute inspiration to us all. How cool.
I would love to see what post-show is going to look like in that household. I reckon we are going to see Kelly absolutely keeping those 2 boys in line. No silly meals, chicken and rice for the next 6 months straight.
No slip-ups there, mate. And also a terrible day to be the Greenslade shower, because we know what a post-comp shower looks like. Yeah, it's going to be a tough day at that household. All right, what do we got going on here?
Surely we get here with the commentary team. Commentary team, we need to... They're throwing out free stuff into the crowd.
Oh, that one nearly got us, to be fair.
How about the commentary team?
One for the team.
One for the team.
boys.
Come on, we need one. What are they throwing out? Is it T-shirts? Who knows?
Even the judges have ironed for it here, and they've nearly taken out probably a $15,000 camera there. So,
well, I think that is our lovely vendors from Vision Athletic.
Yep, shout out to them.
Some quality. Oh, what a catch over there.
Some fairly muscular gents on stage. Wow.
I mean, oh, there you go. A bit of.
You're on Insta, guys. Insta Live.
I would like to ask, if I wear Vision, do I get that big?
I should certainly think so. If bodybuilding marketing, supplements, clothing, etc. has taught me anything, it's that by simply taking the supplement or wearing the garment, you should progress at that rate.
Well, I've been wearing Gasp for quite a while, and I'm still small, so I'm not sure if that's 100% true.
Well, you got to remember, mate, most people look small in Gasp kit, even 300-pound bodybuilders like Hunter Labrada, so I think you're actually still on the right track.
So I'm actually huge. That's what you're saying.
That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
Awesome.
Predominance of muscle, full bellies, clean cuts, can have striations, but not to the level of women's physique. Are you ready, figure fangirls? Because it is time. Let's get out here in the novice division. Competitor number 5, it's Jacinta Collins.
All right, and now we have Jacinta Coley on for our figure competitors. And again, I think we're going to be in for a treat for some great physiques here today, Lawrence.
Man, I have to give a special shout out to Jacinta, or Jazz. She's someone who I've come to know over the years, and she's an exceptional person. She's an amazing mother, she's an amazing wife, and she's just an all-round good person. So I'm stoked for her to be up there. And, you know, welcomed by Amber, who's displaying another great amount of muscularity, and then final by Katie. Mate, is this a novice class? Did Cam read this out incorrectly?
He definitely has. There's no way this is a novice class.
Man, oh man.
You can't have quads like that, delts like that, and lats like that, and call this a novice class. It's not possible.
Yeah, mate, that is simply exceptional. If this is the novice class for the day, we can only imagine how that open's going to look. So what a start to the morning of figure.
And I have to give a shout out to both Jacinta and Amber, because I've been seeing them all the time at the OCB posing workshops, and they have been putting in the absolute work. And I've seen Shout out to Amber. I've been seeing her in the gym doing the work, you know, pacing around the gym, making sure she's training hard, and I believe she's coached by Z, so it's great to see that, you know, that the physiques on stage today are representative of hard work, and you can see it on stage right now.
Face to front, thanks, girls.
I mean, exceptional quality across the board there. I mean, even though we might only have 3 in this class, the quality is immense.
Wow, I'm just going to say as well, as Katie was walking across the stage there, I could see the striations in her delts and arms is popping.
She's peeled, and I would say she's just at that right cusp. You know, any more conditioning and she's maybe starting to get a little bit too lean for the division.
That's right.
As Cam said before, not necessarily looking for the same amount of conditioning as the women's physique, but I think she's hit the nail on the head. And just quietly, the density in Jazz's back in that shot is crazy. That's what time in the game looks like, man. She's been training for a long time. She's also had her own transformation journey throughout all of this. So for her to be up there at the moment, absolutely incredible.
This is ridiculous. Like, I think I don't know about you, but me seeing like more, because we know that, you know, Bikini is always going to be stacked in the female division, but when we have these more muscular female divisions and, you know, not only just having numbers, but good quality physiques on stage, for me, it makes me more motivated than anything else. 100%.
For sure, man. It's one of those where it's no longer just going to be the story of a Bikini on a show day, but, you know, women who are wanting to work their way up into the more muscular divisions. It's great to see, and I think it sets a wonderful example for some of the younger girls who are coming through the sport, and perhaps those who are just seen in general that, you know, muscle is cool again, and it's not something that weight training doesn't need to be feared. You know, it's a great thing to be doing.
And I think a perfect example of this is our figure winner from last year, Margot Clark, who, you know, she took the Australian bodybuilding scene by storm last season. You know, there was, I can't remember, I think she might have not won one overall. She was winning everything, and she's a younger athlete, went straight into figure, and, you know, that could have been set potentially by some of our athletes on stage here, and just seeing the division and wanting to strive towards it.
Absolutely, and Margot's lapping this up right now. She's enjoying it. She's seen some of the work that she's paved, mate, and some of the people she's inspired, so it's terrific to see.
Can we have a quarter turn to the right?
Wow, just and the quads on Amber there, as you can see, just you can see each individual head of the quad there, just excellent conditioning there. Wow, I'm sorry, just the density in the back there of Jacinta is just
it's
ridiculous.
Next level, isn't it?
Can I just get you to...
Mate, you've been mates with her. Why have you not asked for a back routine?
Mate, I had no idea. At this point, you know, like, it's a bit deceptive when people are training into the oversized tees. Had I known, I may have sacked Joey, which is actually me, because I'm riding the training. Sack myself, get Jacinta on board, and start to finally cook.
Once you get that Jacinta back program, you will be a force to be reckoned with, friends. I guarantee it.
So what are you thinking here, Emmanuel? Like, who are you thinking is maybe earning their way into that first place? I mean, I think it's pretty clear to say that Katie was the most conditioned.
Right.
But, you know, like, the development of the quads of Amber, the development in the backs of Jacinta, it's a lot. Those judges have got a tough decision ahead of them.
Yeah, I'm not envious of the judges. I've just been looking at them, and I haven't even thought about it being a competition. I've just been admiring the muscularity that all these girls are showing. That, you know, I think, you know, it's really hard to make a decision on potentially who's the best. I think, again, maybe Katie holding in the middle the longest there, maybe the best balance upper body to lower body and conditioning as well. But again, Amber with the standout quads, Jacinta with the standout back. You know, it really depends where the judges want to go with this.
Yeah, I'd agree, mate. All of them sort of do have their standouts. There's maybe not like a really clear and obvious winner, but that's what makes it interesting, right? These girls are going to have to really make sure they display well during this individual presentation. Give the judges something to think about.
That's right. And now we're moving into our Masters Pro qualifier. So we're going to have the exact same... oh, no, we're not. We're going to have Jacinta, Trudy, Tamara, and Katie in our Masters Pro qualifier. So this should be very exciting to see two new physiques coming to stage, joining Jacinta and Katie.
Yeah, and I think Trudy was actually like a late switch over from the women's physique. So that'll be good to see. You know, maybe she thought, okay, figures where I need to be. So hopefully this is the category for her.
Here we go, Trudy stepping on stage for the first time.
And it makes sense that she came down from women's physique because she is very lean.
That's right.
It's Tamara
And first time on stage today, we have Tamara. And straight
Good
away,
grief.
my goodness.
Wowee. This is a serious, serious Masters category here. Wowee.
Again, I'm not sure. Is Cam introducing the wrong classes? There's no way this is a 35. This is an open class, is it not?
Oh, man.
Just open.
It's unreal. Wowee. I mean, just when you think you see the standard of the first couple of categories and then the good competitors just keep coming out. There's going to be a hard decision here.
Wow. I just have to say, I believe it's Tamara, our competitor number 14, is stealing my eye at the moment. Maybe first time on stage, but
wow.
today, but just the midsection, the shape, the posing, the elegance, it's just amazing.
It's a commanding, and wow. Yeah, superb through the rear.
And we were just speaking about the quality of the back muscularity of Jacinta. I think, you know, Tamara is definitely up there with her too.
Yeah, just in those transitions when you can see some of the back muscularity. And I think it is such a rare thing to see the abdominals, you know, that faint outline when you're pulling a bit of a semi-vacuum. You've got to have some pretty dense abdominal musculature to make that happen, and that is a really, really nice pose for Tamara there.
That's right. Someone's definitely be doing their ab crunches in the off-season for sure.
And it sure isn't us.
No.
But, you know, I just ran out of time again this week, Emmanuel.
That's
I'll
right.
do it this week, though.
Just like my calf training and my leg training. I just didn't have time.
It's tough. It's tough.
Again, like, I just want to highlight as well the professionalism of each one of these girls on stage right now. Look at them smiling, holding their poses, showing off their strengths. It looks like none of them are struggling. If that was me up there, I'd be shaking.
Let's not underestimate the HC, the heel coefficient, Emmanuel, because that is something where we would be in all sorts. How these ladies are able to move as well, just quite look at Tamara's rear delts, just such good development. The upper traps, the mid traps, you know, it's an extremely impressive rear pose, isn't it?
And quarter turns to the front.
It seems like the theme today, we look at the physiques on stage and we say, oh my gosh, look at this, look at that. And then another person comes on stage and then again, we are just, what's going on? Like, every time we are just impressed more and more and more. OCB, the gift that keeps on giving today.
14.
It truly is.
14. Can you just take a little step? Perfect. Thank you.
And Tamara, I mean, I don't really know for more superlatives, like the transitions, the details you can see through her delts, the way that the quads just kind of sort of silhouette out, you know, that is figure, isn't it?
That's
I mean,
right.
that is exactly what this division is looking for. And also you'll notice, if you compare this division to the three ladies that we saw earlier in women's physique, you can see that, don't get me wrong, these women are still peeled, but they are not that grainy level of conditioning that is required for the women's physique. And I guess that's sometimes you actually see people get marked down.
Yeah.
Like, let's say we had Tamara, but she was another 2 kilos lighter. She may actually be too lean for the division, and she wouldn't be rewarded. So I personally think she's hit the conditioning standard on the head today.
100%. And again, I think it's really important because if we look for key aspects, like when we were talking about women's physique, we were thinking about the detail in the rec femme, seeing all the striations. Whereas in the girl, don't get me wrong, muscularity here is definitely on display, no doubt. But just that slightly softer look to potentially allow for a little bit more shape, a little bit more, shape in the lats there, just more V-taper or hourglass figure, I should say, is just, I think, just not having to get as lean. It really allows for these girls to fit the criteria a lot more.
And quarter turn to the front.
One thing as well, I mean, it's a hallmark of the figure division. It's a game of your back and it's a game of your quads. And I think the level of quad muscularity that we're seeing today across all of the divisions so far in figure has been superb.
That's right.
I mean, the 35 plus, a really, really strong division. We're going to have a couple of those ladies come back for the Open. And I think there's still one that we haven't seen, or have we seen everybody now? No, we have, but we're just going to get a couple different combinations.
Yeah.
So, mate, this is going to be a nice Open category. I'm looking forward to it.
As am I, mate, as am I.
Okay, I'm going to give a lot of them a second or two to get ready because they're coming back out again. Now, I've got a few bones to pick. I'm going to give you a bit of a hard time. Where are the Collie supporters? Not loud enough, Collies. You're better than that. You're better than that. She's been doing 2 hours of cardio, 20,000 steps, living on 900 calories. You're better than that. We want more out of you. Where are the Collie supporters? That's what I'm talking about. Right. Where are my Trudy Bar supporters? See that, collies? That's what supporting looks like. You're being smashed by the Bar family over here. Right, where are the Hutley supporters? Yeah, we've got a couple down here. Amber Mace, where are your guys? There we are, Zane's down the back here. And finally, where are the Katie Stagg supporters? Yeah, my girl. Yep. Clearly, Katie's got you and me here today, but everyone else we're going to support for Katie as well because she looks damn amazing. Righto, we've waffled on enough. We're coming back for your Open Pro Qualifier. Let's get
let's go, Emmanuel. Mate, this one is not going to be an easy one to pick. The thing that I'm really interested is we haven't yet seen Tamara against some of these other competitors.
That's right.
So with everybody up here now, I mean, like, on their day, all of these competitors could have walked away with a win. And it's a shame that we can only have one today because they are all very, very good quality.
That's right. And I think the crowd agrees, mate. Like, we've got standing ovations, we've got yelling, we've got screaming, we've got clapping. That doesn't happen if your physique is not good. So, and I'm not sure if you guys can see, but Lisa in the background there going absolutely ballistic for the muscular women. And Lisa herself being an OCB pro and really wanting to lean into giving and platforming muscular women. I think she is a testament of, you know, trying to showcase that, you know, muscular women deserve to be showcased. We should have more of them. And this is a testament of that, 100%.
Absolutely, mate. And what an open lineup, you know, as we welcome the final competitor, Katie, onto the stage. You know, that's looking pretty good, man. As far as an open, you can't be mad about that.
Yeah.
And a pro qualifier.
That's it. And I think that's the first time Cam's got it right today. This is definitely an open class now, for sure.
With a quarter turn to your right. Let's go, collies. Let's go, Buzz. Let's go.
So this is where we could just really see, you know, the rear symmetry being such an important pose. And there's some very dense backs up there, Emmanuel. That's a hard one to pick.
I definitely need to ask each and every single one of them, what are you currently doing for back training? Because whatever it is, I need it.
To your right, handing over to your head judge, Mr. Lowell. It's card time.
Cam cooking up there as always.
Okay,
He just gave me the finger gun. He's feeling it. Jacket's off now.
That's it. Showing off the guns.
Absolutely. So a bit of movement early doors. Tamara remains center stage. I think they might keep her in the middle for a little while there because I think, you know, she's catching the eye a lot at the moment. So I'm sure that some of the other competitors will work their way into the middle, but I feel like this is a nice place to start.
Okay, ladies, quarter turn to the right.
All right, and here we go.
Quarter turn to the rear.
And again, just all of them, great poise in their posing, just great composure. And again, fantastic muscularity on show.
Quarter turn to the right. And quarter turn to the front. 14 and 20 swap places.
And this is where things get interesting with Amber being able to take her place in center stage. I mean, the thing that just stands out most about Amber right from the get-go is just the quads.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
It's almost to the level where, you know, I think with some posing tweaks, she could probably slot into wellness quite nicely.
Yeah.
But then again, she'd probably have to lose a little bit of upper body for that to happen.
Right.
Extremely good development through there. So that's going to be a proper quad father showdown between her and Tamara.
That's right. And I think, you know, Tamara, especially through the upper body, you know, just having a look at that detail and density through the upper back and through the lats as well, even the rear delts. It's just absolutely fantastic, contributing really well towards her taper, especially in these side shots here. Like, you can't understate the importance of having nice, full, big lats that, you know, almost like
quarter turn to the
you can just see the insertion straight down to the hip in those side poses. And as she opens up here,
14 and 23 swap places.
And I think that's where Tamara has really separated herself is the upper body. You know, there's some really strong lower bodies in this lineup, but I think that Tamara's upper from the delts to the back, even the arms, you know, it's all a standout, and I think that's made her, you know, what I think is probably the premier competitor up there today.
That's right. And again, like, you cannot fault any one of these competitors today, all bringing fantastic packages. And, you know, that's a pleasure for us to be able to see all these physiques on stage, because sometimes it's a little bit unfortunate when maybe there is only like one real standout, really high quality physique, but you can look across at every single one of those competitors and see hard work has been done, a proper contest prep as well as a proper off season. So I think they need to be celebrated just as much, and you can see each and every single one of them showcasing a fantastic physique. So they should all be really proud of themselves.
For sure, and we just know that the OCB Australia president, Lisa, will be licking her lips. To quote the great poet Meek Mill, used to pray for times like this.
That's
right. You know, she was dreaming about having these big lineups in the figure, in the women's physique. So I just know that she'll be so rapt seeing all of these powerful, amazing women just displaying their physiques today.
Yeah, just absolutely fantastic. And just having a look into the crowd, just seeing all of the phones out, eyes just drawn to the physiques. Lisa will probably also be quoting a fantastic movie, a favourite of mine, The Gladiator. Are you not entertained?
Are they not entertained, Emmanuel? I found that very hard to believe. And the thing with a class like that, you know, everyone belongs up there.
That's
you
right.
know, all of those women on their day with a little bit of a different lineup could have walked away with the win. Now, we know there can only be one. There can only be one new OCB Pro today. But just once again, exceptional quality. Really, really impressive what we saw there today for the figure.
That's right, 100%. And again, the day just keeps on giving. We've had some fantastic physiques in the men's program. We've already had some fantastic in the women's physique. And again, it's not slowing down in the figure either.
And that's it, mate. Still wellness and bikini to come. So some of the most densely populated divisions, not only of the women's show, but of the whole day, are still to come.
That's right.
Your next athlete to stage, and I want her to come out as I read this, as she eats a lolly, is, as she says in her own words, she is the perfect mix of grit, heart, and some seriously heavy lifting, as long as she's had coffee first. She's an immensely proud mother, a devoted wife, and a fiercely loyal friend. Not only is this inspiration powered by caffeine, she has an unstoppable determination and here to show that true strength doesn't stop in the muscles you see on stage, but the resilience you show when no one's watching. We've been inspired to watch her transform. She's humble, it's a pleasure to meet, but a fan of the sport, a cheerleader all, Jacinta Colley!
As we can see here, Jacinta showcasing some fantastic muscularity and some fantastic posing.
And a crowd favourite, mate. The people are on their feet.
That's it. And just, even when she is walking, you can just see the density and the muscularity in her back.
Yeah, and mate, you know, Jacinta is not a stranger to the leg room at Powerhouse. I've seen her train. She trains hard, man. So she's someone who's spent time in the gym and has really taken this whole journey in a very organic way. And yeah, it makes me very proud to see her up there today. She's done an amazing job.
Bring the boom! Give this for the keyword legend, a big Kiora, and welcome.
So this is Trudy, who, like I said, a little bit of a late switch from women's physique, which, to be honest, I think she's almost quite well suited to both.
Yeah.
You know, one of those that with the right posing could probably slot into either category. She's certainly got the condition that wouldn't look out of place in women's physique.
Look at the delts. Wow. Just, I think for me, like, the highlight of my day so far is seeing all these striated delts and upper backs. Like, all these girls today, like, conditioning has not been an issue at all. Sometimes you look at some classes and there's some people that potentially maybe should have spent a little bit more time dieting, but you look on the stage in this bigger class, and even in our women's physique class, not a single person out of condition.
No, absolutely.
Stolen vehicle doing 130. She's a professional paramedic, driven to be an inspiration not only to her friends but to her kids, that with hard work, love and compassion and belief, we can overcome the hardest adversities. Ladies and gents, give a big Winston Ipswich welcome. Amazing lady compared to the 14. It's Tamara.
Emmanuel, I was trying to figure out who Tamara reminded me of, and I'm just going to say it here. I think she's the natty Melissa Bumstead. You know,
oh my goodness,
and I was trying to work it out, and I was like, oh my gosh. And it was partly the physique that makes her look at it, because Melissa Bumstead's an Olympian in the figure category.
That's right.
And I'm saying it. I'm going to put it out here. She's the natty Melissa Bumstead, or natty Melissa Valliere. I'm not sure which name she goes by.
Yeah,
but
depends where you want to go with. But again, yeah, I 100% agree. The delts, the lats, the midsection as well, I agree. I 100% agree.
Yeah, exceptional physique. One of the most impressive physiques we've seen up there on that stage
100%.
today. And yeah, she's certainly been a handful for her other competitors today. I think she's been absolutely exceptional.
It takes a village to get you here. She offers thanks to her coach Zane for helping her through the many and varied injuries. She thanks Britt, her mindset coach, Jody, opposing coach, and everyone who showed up today. We need to make special mention to her 3 kids and her fiance Trent. She says he is her North Star. It's your local girl, your friend, your mother, your fiance, as a mate.
Cam is really heating up, mate. I thought that he may have been starting to come down, but I think that Celsius has hit his veins.
Straight to the vocal cords, actually, because they're getting louder and louder. He's bringing the energy, so...
And did he just say that Amber's got 3 kids?
3 kids.
She looks younger than both of us.
We're doing something wrong.
We are going backwards chronologically. It is very, very concerning. But yeah, honestly, mate, one of the standout body parts for the day, Amber's quads, and overall a great package for the figure division.
Well done, Amber.
So we've got one more. We've got Katie, who comes up for our final individual presentation of the figure division.
Bodybuilder by, well, both day and night, really. She now calls the Sunny Coast home. She's originally from Jersey and the Channel Islands. She's her friend and supporter Victoria told me this chick is the most selfless and supportive person she's ever met in her entire life, putting everything and everyone first before her. Ladies and gents, it's 23, Katie Stagg.
And here we go, Katie. Again, I've been saying it all day. Delt striations. This is all on display today. Great posing.
Just a super polished, just compact package, isn't it? And
yeah.
She's one of the shorter competitors today, which sometimes is difficult in the figure division. Some of those tall girls, which have those very imposing frames, can be a lot to deal with, but she's held her own. The muscularity is there, the conditioning is on point.
Yeah, well done to all of our figure competitors today. It's going to be tough to differentiate, but you know, all very deserving competitors today.
So here we go, into the placings. Into the placings, the novice, the 35s, where we are going to get a new Masters Pro, and then of course we're going to get an overall and open pro as well for the figure division in the OCB. So, man, another good day, and I guess we can say as well, there's pro standard caliber athletes here, right. So it's excellent that they're getting rewarded in that way.
Yeah, because sometimes it's a bit of a shame when you have all of these high quality athletes not rewarded, but the fact that we've got all these lovely physiques today and actually getting the pro cards is going to be fantastic.
That's why I know that paramedics, that they're up at 2 o'clock in the morning and what they're doing. So ladies, thank you for everything we do. Right, in the novice division, in 3rd place, she's an amazing lady, competitor number 5, it's Jacinta Colley.
So again, showcasing the fantastic level of physiques when we have Jacinta in 3rd place here, and Jacinta again is fantastic physique.
Well, that's the depth we're talking about, man. Like, when Jacinta, first figure athlete to walk on stage today, I thought, geez, we are really on. So it's an exceptional effort for her to be up there today and achieve what she has achieved.
That's right, so it means it's between Amber and Katie for our novice class movement.
Very different physiques, do you go with someone who's, X-frame is a little bit more pronounced, or the more compact physique? There we have it.
There we have it, Katie Staggs, competitor number 23, taking the 2nd place in our novice class.
Which means your champion in the novice division is competitor number 20, Amber.
And that's a really well-deserved win from Amber there. I must say, Emmanuel, I think, if Katie can just keep accentuating that X-frame a little bit more, I mean, her physique at the moment would be really suitable to something like a sports model in ICN where you're not looking for such a disparity between the muscle groups. But I think if she can continue to just keep accentuating the X-frame, she's going to be a handful. She's got a really lovely physique, and a few little tweaks there. I think that the years to come could be very interesting.
That's right.
Whatever pose you want. This one's going to the pool room, Amber. Kids, Beyonce, proud. Ladies and gents, your novice figure winner, Amber Meese.
And well done to Amber for taking out the novice class.
Righto, this next one is a pro qualifier. It's for the figure 35 plus, the winner of this taking home a pro card. In 4th place, competitor number 5, it's Jacinta Collins.
So we're moving into placing the 35 plus, the first Masters division for today. Jacinta taking out our 4th place.
And again, we've said it before, when we have competitors like Jacinta with such fantastic physiques finishing in 4th, it just really does showcase the quality of what we had here today. All competitors, in a different day at a different show, could all 100% be winners of figure classes. So well done to all of our athletes.
Yeah, and obviously a good selection from Trudy to make the jump over from women's physique. She snagged herself a 2nd place.
Yes.
Just that little bit more conditioning over Katie, I say, would have gotten her across the line. And then no surprises there, to be honest, mate.
Yeah.
Tamara is on a different planet today as far as the physique that she's brought. And a well-deserved pro card.
And you can see what it means to her as well. Absolutely chuffed. That's awesome to see, when it means so much to someone. And they've worked really hard, obviously, and then she's gone and won that pro status there. Got her friends and family in the crowd that she's been able to call out to and watch her win. So congratulations to our new OCB pro, Trudy Barr.
And Lisa coming around for a photo with the girls. Stand closer, girls. Hold hands. Let's get them up in the air. Let's show these men and women in the crowd.
And it really is a sorority among these ladies. The figure girls, they really get around each other. The support is awesome to see. It's an exclusive club, but one that once you're in, you're going to be embraced. So great to see all the girls exchanging their well wishes. And yeah, Tamara, what a start to her day.
That's it. And I think because I think that respect comes from each one of them knows what it takes to get to that level of muscularity to be able to be competitive on stage. And you don't get there by accident. You get there through hard work and consistency over time. And as you can see with our new pro, Tamara, just showcasing that, it can be done. You just have to keep on working at it, and you can just see the level of muscularity she's showed. So well done.
Absolutely, and we're getting ready to place our open pros now. So obviously there will be a few crossovers for this one.
That's right.
There were 5 ladies in this, and I have to say, I don't like being a white bald man standing here with 5 amazing female bodybuilders because I've never felt more inadequate in my life. I've never felt smaller, I've never felt fatter, I've never felt wider, I've never felt less attractive. But here we go. In 5th place in the figure open pro is your girl, competitor number 5, Jacinta Collins. Into 4th, competitor number 12, it's Trudy Barr. Taking home a bronze medal in the open figure is competitor 23, it's Katie Stagg.
Well done to our open figure competitors. We're now down to our top 2 with Katie taking that 3rd place. It's going to be between Amber and Tamara.
Yeah, OCB legend Mia Propri
That's
up
right.
there delivering the medal.
In 2nd place It's competitor number 20. It's Amber Mate.
Fantastic showing from Amber today.
That's right. Well done, Amber.
OCB Pro. It's competitor number 14. It's Tamara Hartley.
And well done to Tamara. Again, 2 pro card winner now today. Masters and now Open. And I think Lawrence will agree that, you know, she is a deserving winner. Just an absolutely complete, fantastic physique and truly deserving today.
The champ. She's really come and she meant business today. Yeah, honestly, a standout of the day for me. Just an extremely impressive physique. Really polished in the way that she displayed herself. So, you know, that is exactly the sort of physique that you want to see taking out these titles. Amazing work.
100%. And to quote Anthony Joshua, the first time was so nice, she had to do it twice.
That's it, mate. That's it.
Absolutely amazing. Thank you to the ladies. Thank you to Jacinta, Trudy, Amber and Katie. You were absolutely exceptional. Tomorrow I'm going to get you to stay there with a photo with Lisa. And then anybody from your team who wants to come up and have a photo would be brilliant. Here he comes, and if you don't, I'll take a photo with you. Yep, get her up.
So we got Tamara up there with Coach Paul, one of the OGs of the natural bodybuilding scene here in Australia, Paul Hooper. So fantastic to see. It does take a village, so it's really good to see.
Judge, yeah, grab that. I'm going to have a quick chat to you.
Let's hear what Tamara has to say.
Steal a microphone. We're not going to talk for long because the wellness girls have got to get people on the plane. Yeah, Tamara, we had a good chat yesterday. You were telling me that your young bloke was in a crash. Someone stolen car. They were going to get KFC.
Yep.
What were you going to get?
Well,
oh, you weren't getting KFC.
Me.
Oh, it wasn't you. Got it. Okay, I know.
KFC.
Right. That must have been horrific to add to the stress of comp prep, everything else.
Yep.
That's out of the way. How do you feel now?
Oh, absolutely amazing. I think going through that big, I wouldn't say tragedy, but incident in our lives made me stronger to just keep pushing on. My son would be disappointed if I didn't keep pursuing my goals just because of his accident, and he has supported me the whole time to keep pushing, and I'm glad that I didn't give up. I kept strong for my family, and I'm here today. Thank you.
Absolutely. Now, you don't have one pro card, you have 2 pro cards. Yorton's in a few weeks. What are the chances you're going to make the journey over to Carolina? And
probably not this year. I have 8 shows this year, and I will be in Australia competing when Yorton Cup is.
Righto, but we can expect to see you there in the near future?
Definitely will be there in the near future.
Absolutely. Anyone final you want to thank before we let you go?
My husband and my daughter are here in the background. I want to thank them for coming to support me today. Obviously, my coach, Paul Hooper, my posing coach, Renee Archer, and the whole PBE team that came to support us today. Thank you so much.
I cannot imagine the pride blooming from your husband and your daughter down the back. Ladies and gents, your figure champion and new 2 times OCB Australia Pro, Tamara Hartley. Congratulations to you.
So that is going to do it for figure. Moving on to the wellness girls now. We've got some packed lineups in today's category. So we're really looking forward to getting stuck in here.
The ladies up, let's learn what the judges are looking for. Wellness is lower body dominant and muscular. They're looking for a good upper body density. However, thick, large, full quads, hamstrings, dense back, cap delts. Muscular, far more defined than bikini, but a little bit less than figure. We have 4 ladies in the debut category. This one is going to be red hot. I saw a lot of these ladies yesterday and they look ridiculous. Let's get them out in the debut category. CJ, let's go. It's competitor number 21, Sarah Brown.
All right, and now we are on for our wellness class. And we are starting off with a bang with Sarah Brown.
Cheney Wheeler.
4 in the debut class. Once again, good amount of first-timers up on stage there today. And as Cam said, looking for some slightly different, this to an onlooker, you might think, oh, bikini's on, but no, the wellness, there's some different criteria in terms of the lower body, really looking for that to be a dominant part of the physique. So all 4 of these ladies looking very good to commence today's wellness proceedings.
Okay, girls, your first
And I don't believe there actually was any wellness when we went through in June, so fantastic to see a great amount of competitors in the wellness today. Really, really good.
And not just numbers, quality as well. Like, really high quality physiques here, and as you can hear, the crowd are going absolutely ballistic for our girls on stage at the moment. So just for a reminder of our people at home, just when we're looking at wellness, we're looking more at a little bit more of a dominant lower body. So looking for not as much muscularity. We still need some muscularity through the upper body, but more so a larger percentage towards the lower body, especially the quads, hamstrings, and glutes.
And I think what we've seen in natural bodybuilding is, in the beginning, wellness was one of those where you sort of had to really squint to see it, the difference between bikini. But the longer it's been around, the more ladies are starting to really match their training to suit the division. So we're starting to see a really distinct look for the wellness division, which is fantastic.
Okay. Can I get 41 and 21 to swap places, please?
As you can see, the girls moving around now.
Abby with some extremely impressive quads from the front.
That's right. Got to say as well, I think our competitor number 33, Trinity Perkins, got some very impressive quads as well. Sarah Brown, some very impressive lower bodies here from all of our competitors. So really, really exciting to see which way they go here.
And you see Cheney there with probably just a bit more density in the upper back. In terms of a bit more seasoning there, which is excellent. And of course, the all-important side shot, the glute projection.
That's right.
And quarter turn to the front. Another round. Okay. Can I get 29 and 33 to swap places, please?
As you can see, a bit of moving around now.
Yeah, I mean, I think as far as the conditioning goes, you can just see that extra hardness through the front that Cheney has. And once again, sometimes it's about walking that line. The judges aren't necessarily looking for as much conditioning as like the figure division, certainly not for the women's physique.
That's right.
But probably that little bit sharper than bikini. So it is a fine line to walk for these girls.
That's right. And I think, as bodybuilding continues to grow, especially in the natural realm, I think having these avenues for athletes to go down is really impressive, because you can find now, the longer these things go on and the more that these girls train, that there is that strict and very clear differentiation. Because I would definitely say that these girls don't look like bikini athletes to me. They are definitely suiting that wellness category. And our middle two there with Trinity and Sarah, they look like they are going at it, both very, very impressive physique. So, and really, really awesome stuff to see.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think once again, they've probably got their strengths there. I'd say that our number 33, Trinity, I think she's probably got the quads covered.
That's right.
But then, Sarah probably a little bit more strength through the glutes. So it's going to be a matter of weighing up those shots and seeing what the judges are going to come up with.
That's again, it's been the same story as most of today. Everyone's got their different strengths. It's which way do the judges want to go.
So you can see the difference between figure and wellness.
And there you go. Cam highlighting what we've been saying in terms of the differences between the physiques, and it's quite clear to see the differences as well.
Okay,
So welcoming back Trinity for this junior category, but then also for the first time Sage. Shout out to Sage. She attended the bodybuilding down under meetup day at the start of the year. One of the OGs, follower of the show. So it's been great to see her go through her prep, and wishing her all the best up there today.
Let's see, we've got our junior competitors then. Me and Lawrence have kind of been discussing how, you know, with our junior competitors, you know, sometimes the muscularity, sometimes all the conditioning is not there. And it seems like these girls have shut us right up, because the muscularity that these girls are showing at the moment is fantastic. So well done to both these ladies.
Absolutely, mate. And I think, once again, this is a great showing for the juniors. It's another one of those where the junior categories are sometimes a little bit underpopulated in some of the women's divs, but awesome to see a little head-to-head today in the wellness.
That's right.
Quarter turn to the right, girls. Quarter turn to the right, girls. There we go. When they can't hear me, it means you're doing the right thing. Quarter turn to the right, girls.
As you can see here, some slightly different physiques again. It'll be interesting to see from the rear how we're looking. And as you can see here, Sage actually looking quite good there through the glutes and the hams.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing here is Trinity's just probably got that little bit more condition on her.
Yep.
You can see moving through the transitions that she's just got a bit more tightness through the glute ham tie-in, a little bit more lines going through the legs. But that's to not say anything about Sage's package. I think she's brought a really good package to the stage today.
And I think Sage as well really suits the division. And the disparity between the upper and lower body there, it's very intentional, obviously, the way that she's been training, and genetically suits the category as well. Just really very well developed legs with the upper body still holding some decent muscle mass as well, but still fitting that criteria.
Yeah, I would definitely agree there. I think that, you know, in terms of the silhouette and how you want it to look as far as the proportions, it's bang on. And, you know, like a little bit more conditioning, I think this would be quite a fight on our hands.
That's right. And I think, yeah, Trinity as well, I think she's got that too, but she's also got that conditioning in the lower body. I think it's pretty much spot on there. Just the right amount of condition to show some brief lines, but not too many to the fact where it takes away from the shape of the quads, the hamstrings, the glutes there.
Thank you, ladies.
Yeah.
You can follow.
And it is one of those things where, particularly in Australia, the standard of posing has gotten so high in the women's divisions. I mean, these girls are literally posing year-round. They're getting the heels on multiple times a week, even in the off-season, because that's really just what you have to do in order to be competitive. So you will notice as we move into the wellness and into the bikini, there are no missed moves.
That's right.
You know, there are no inches unaccounted for. Everything is very deliberate.
That's it. Everything is extremely intentional. It's like they're 1 year out, heels are on. Me, I'm only getting my heels out when it's prep time.
And that's exactly right, mate. You know, been known to pose just a couple of weeks out and start to get it rolling.
That's it.
So I think we have one newcomer that we haven't seen yet, Edwina Johnson, coming on. So it'll be great to see another name up there.
And rounding out the novice division is 41, Abby Coates.
And we've got a bigger novice class, our biggest class of the wellness thus far.
Okay, Sarah, I'm going to get you to take a step to your right, if everyone can follow suit.
It'll be interesting to see where the judges move these girls around.
Slide down, in here, and that'll do. Thank you very much. I'll let you take your front poses. You're with me for the first rotation.
Just quietly, the abs on Shani are absolutely ridiculous.
It's wild, mate. It's apparent to Tamara how you see those projections, those blocky abs in the front shot. It takes a lot of density to be able to, you know, pull that off.
A quarter turn to your right.
Again, we've got some very different physiques on stage, but also all very competitive and all suiting the division quite well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think once again, you know, there's certainly some standouts in terms of the lower body development. I think they'll probably look to get Sarah in the mix there next to Trinity quite soon, because I think they're really standing out in terms of fitting that true wellness category right on the head.
Man, look at the calves on these girls. My goodness.
Yeah, thanks for doing that, Emmanuel, because it was something I was trying to avoid speaking about.
Edwina's
you know,
calves.
as
Look
Edwina walks over to us and highlights calves that are far superior to both yours and mine.
I will 100% be backstage after this show asking each and one of them, what is your calf routine? How do I do it? Where do I sign up for coaching?
Perhaps she got one of those orthotic devices that
ladies,
Helms
quarter
was
turn to the
sporting,
right.
you know, where you just
Yes,
sit in the calf, stretched for about 8 hours a day. But no, it's a fabulous class, you know. Nice variety of the bikini
Quarter
colours
turn
as
to the
well. Obviously, there's an art to choosing the bikini color.
There
The
is.
color I've been told, and it needs to sort of suit the hair. It needs to suit the tan. It needs to suit the makeup. So all of that stuff comes into it as well.
Quarter turn to the right.
Have you already started thinking about what bikini you'll be wearing next time you're on stage?
I have, mate. I've got a little short list at the moment, and we'll obviously I'll be posting black and white photos in the lead up, and I'll do the reveal on the day with my robe.
They'll never know what's coming.
Yeah, I think I might have to do the reveal with the robe on my next show day for the
Can you
trunks.
turn
Must,
towards me so I
it,
can
it
see
needs
them?
it needs to happen. It needs to happen.
41
We need to
and
start
29,
normalising
change
it for the
positions,
male
please.
categories.
Can I just say as well, Trinity there with the obliques and the abdominal muscles there, small waist, just very, very good conditioning through the upper body.
Yeah, and I think that's what
And I'll
is
get
for me
21
anyway,
and
making her
37
really
swap
good for this
places, please.
division, because she's got that tightness through the abdominals, but then she doesn't necessarily have that extreme amount of hardness through the legs, which
Yeah.
I think is exactly what we're looking for
Okay,
here in
ladies,
wellness.
let's go quarter turn to the right.
But in saying that, man, Sarah's good as well. So
That's right. I think Sarah just, I think like
that is
Quarter
a strong
turn to
pose
the
there.
yeah, that's it. The side poses for her, where I believe, and the back poses where she's strongest. She's got very well developed glutes, and I think in those side shots, in those rear shots, they really play to her strength. She's got a small
Quarter turn
waist
to the
too,
right.
and you can see here as she transitions into that side pose there, just the projection of the glutes there, just really showcasing that tiny waist and
quarter
posing
turn to
well.
the front.
Yeah. And once again, it sort of highlights the need to not have any flaws. You know, posing
Thank you,
is one of those
ladies. You
things
can
that is
follow.
fully under your control. So you best be making sure it's on the money.
That's right. And I,
Fantastic novice
Thank
class.
you to the ladies
again,
in
I
the
can't
novice
believe that
division.
some of our novice classes are novice classes. Like, you think these girls would have been posing, competing for many, many years. So that's a testament to, you know, their ability to work in the off season and make sure they understand the commitment that it requires to step on stage and be competitive. It doesn't start at prep. It starts way before then.
Absolutely.
Okay,
So we
next
move
up, we've got
into
the
some of the
35
masters
plus. We've got two
classes with the
competitors.
35 plus and then the 50
She's been
plus.
out here a few times today, and she's looking simply amazing. Get her out. It is competitor number 29, Shani Wheeler. Shani is joined by competitor 40, Edwina Johnson. I'll just get you to bring it in, girls. Cheney, can I get you to come closer to number 2, please, mate? Yeah, perfect. Thanks, Cheney. I'll just get you to sit there. Happy and closer again. One step in each towards number 1. Thank you. Just step closer. There you go. Brilliant. Ladies are with me for starters. Quarter turn to your right.
All right, and now we move into our over 35s class. So we've got two of our competitors back on stage. We've got Shani and we've got Edwina.
quarter
Again,
turn
very
to your
different
right.
physiques. But again, it'll be interesting to see who they favour in this class here.
Yep, as we move to the all-important rear
Who we
pose.
following, guys?
Probably
Give
think
him a like
Shani's
round.
got just a
Quarter
little bit
turn to
more
your
development
right.
overall there, especially through the glutes.
Quarter turn
But,
to
you
the
know,
right,
also
girls.
holding her own in terms of the upper body as well. And I would say they're probably in fairly
Amazing
comparable
work,
condition.
ladies.
Maybe
Yep, for sure.
Shani just edging her
And
out a
quarter turn
touch
to
there.
your right.
But look, I think
Facing
both
the
ladies
front.
need to be really proud of the
Hand it
physiques
over
that they
to
brought
Mr.
today.
Lysel.
Okay, ladies, can I get you to take one step to my right, please?
Shani definitely a lot leaner in the front pose.
Yeah, for sure.
Less
Right there.
apparent in the rear.
All right, let's go. Quarter turn to the right.
And sometimes that's a little bit of a game you have to play where, you know, you can have
Quarter
those
turn to the rear.
discrepancies of which body part comes in first and which ones want to kind of stay a little bit more, you know, lean. So sometimes you
Quarter
do
turn
have
to
to
the right.
kind of play your cards the best of the division. Like where do you need to sacrifice maybe potentially a little bit of tissue in order to get some of those other
And
body
quarter
parts
turn to
lean.
the front.
Yeah, I mean, there's really not too many people that will just, you know, evenly lose body fat across their whole physique.
Thank you,
And
ladies. You can
usually
follow.
all of us, to some
You
degree,
ladies
are
in
going to
the
have
35
to
plus,
sacrifice a
and
bit of
Edwina
fullness
is
in
also
order to get
competing
everything
for
all the
50
way in.
plus. She's in two
And
divisions
it's
at
just
the
a
same
matter
time
of weighing up the options and seeing what
So we're
works
going to give
best on the
those
physique.
two a chance
right.
to get off, and we're going to get welcome to bring in the Open, which is a pro qualifier. Yet again, it's another pro card up for grabs. There's a lot of them going off here today. So we've met the criteria, we've met all of the women before. Before we bring them back on stage, this is the big one. This is the one they all want more than ever. So where are the brown supporters here? Where's Sarah's crew? Righto. I want to see you on your chair. I want to see you screaming. And if you're able and willing and desire it, take your shirt off and wrap it around your head. Probably go with the guys doing that more than anything else. Cheney's crew, where are you? There you are, Cheney Wheeler's crew. Oh, no one told Eddie that they wrapped the last one into this one. She's going to come back in a second. So Eddie, we'll give you a sec to get your time. Give us a sec and call you back on.
Sometimes saying, "Ayo, gotta let go." I wanna celebrate and live my life. Saying, "Ayo, baby, let's go." 'Cause we gon' rock this club. We gon' go all night.
Righto, we've worked it out. Where's Trinity's crew? Right. Everyone else, that's the standard. You guys are about to win the trophy. Where's Sage's team? There you are in the back. Let's get louder than that. What about Edwina's crew? Where are you guys? There you are. Finally, where's Abby's guys and girls? Where are you? Yep, you're on Abby down here. Rightio for the pro qualifier. Let's get them on. Competitor 21, Sarah Brown.
And here we go. We are on now for our Open Pro qualifier. So we've got Sarah, we have got Shani, we have got Trinity, we have got Sage, Edwina, and Abby.
And yeah, one of the front runners out straight away, man. I mean, I think Sarah's going to be in the contention here. There's a few of them in the mix, and there's some really strong competitors today, mate. So that judging panel really does have it work cut out for it.
Yeah, you can see already down, writing some stuff down, making sure to get themselves set up to judge this class as best they possibly can. Can I just say, Trinity's quads as she's walking on stage, just absolutely immense. And I don't even think she's 20 yet. I think she's 18 or 19 years old.
Wow. Yeah, that is extremely impressive if she's pulling up with that level of youth. The youth have been out in force today, mate.
What are they putting in the water these days? And where do I get it?
I don't know, mate. I think our councils are obviously just not tapped into the good stuff.
Righto, ladies, this one's for a pro card. The winner of this one takes home the pro status and the right to go to the Yorton Cup. Let's get it on. Do you want to do this one? Handing over to your head judge for starters, Lyle, over to you.
All right, and here we go. We are well and truly into the creme de la creme of wellness. I just have to say, the physiques on stage, absolutely immense. I can see, at least 2, 3 pro-worthy physiques up there. So the fact that we can only crown one is obviously upsetting, but that's just how the way the cookie crumbles when you've got such good quality on stage.
Mate, you're too right. At the end of the day, these federations that have, steeped in tradition, they're steeped in high-caliber athletes. They have very strict criteria. They're not giving these things away. So it is good to see that the OCB are really holding those standards very high. And I think the lady who walks away with it today in the wellness is going to be truly deserving of that title.
That's right, and I think whoever wins this, I think they should definitely consider going to Yorton, because this is some really good quality physiques on stage at the moment in terms of conditioning, muscularity, and posing and presentation. I think we've talked about it quite a bit today, but we can't understate the importance of that posing and presentation, because all of these girls have been up on stage, I believe, twice, some of them even 3 times today. And it looks like they're on stage for the first time, so they've definitely been practicing.
Yeah, absolutely, working on that endurance.
Okay, ladies, quarter turn to the right.
Here we go, just every time, not skipping transitions, showcasing that flow
to the rear.
Every time. Love it. See here, getting into the rear pose.
Now, it is tough to say. Obviously, they're not next to each other right now, but Trinity and Sarah, the light hitting them slightly different, does throw off that upper back muscularity a little bit more, which I think is why the judges have been sort of moving the same selections of people around today, just so they can see them in a little bit less light, a little bit more light, do their due diligence.
That's right. I think that's really high quality, and obviously understanding of our judges who understand that, being in just 5 centimeters over to the left or right can make a difference in terms of how you look. And as you can see, moving Trinity and Sarah closer together, that could potentially be exactly what we're discussing now, making sure that they can judge them in the most, similar lighting as possible.
Yeah, and I think this is the showdown here. This one's for all the marbles. I think you know, Trinity and Sarah are standouts as far as this division is concerned. And
That's
I think
right.
this is the battle here for the Wellness Pro card. And tell you what, man, it's hard to split them. I'm having a tough time.
Me too. I think, you know, again, we've talked about it all day, like
Quarter
the
turn to the
differences in
right.
strengths and physique. So you've got, you know, Sierra with more glutes, which is obviously a large element of wellness, but we've got, you know, Trinity with potentially a little bit more
And quarter
quad
turn to
and
the front.
hamstring showcasement, and as well as midsection and upper body conditioning. So yeah, it's just going to be which way do they want the cookie to crumble today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you,
And,
ladies. That's
I think,
exceptional quality up there today.
well,
Thank
look,
you so much.
Lyle said it himself. It's a fantastic open class, a worthy pro qualifier. So we're going to be having the individual presentations very soon, and then get ready to place these people. So, mate, very soon we'll find out who that new Wellness Pro is.
Yeah, I'm very excited because, you know, I think for me, I'm not sure about you, but this is probably the hardest class to call of the day thus far
I
in
agree.
terms of who's going to take that pro title. And I think, you know, that's what makes bodybuilding so entertaining when you don't know. You don't want some, although, like, you know, you can't control the physiques, but when everyone is quite close and you have maybe 2 or 3 people fighting for that pro card, it just makes you sit on your seat a little bit more on that edge.
Absolutely, mate. Yeah.
To get onto him, give him a razz. At 21 years of age, our next athlete's biggest goal was to be on stage by the time she was 25, and true to her word, she achieved it. She's been in prep for a year under the guise of coach and OCB alumni, Mr. Sel Lawrence, and the time has
Sel
flown.
pulling up with a heck of a crew for OCB.
She told me she was proud of herself. And she
Did I hear
never
that right? She's
realised she was able
25?
to dream
No,
up
I
and
think they
commit
said
to something
21.
so difficult.
21.
She wants to offer special thanks to all to come for the entire journey, ladies and gents. Brisbane girl, competitor 21, Sarah Brown.
Yeah, it's an exceptional amount of muscularity in the lower for 21 years old. So once again, if Sarah can keep going, it is going to be very, very impressive.
Yeah, absolutely immense. Like, to have that level of muscularity. I'm not sure if she's 21 or competitor number 21, but either way, still
I see what you
fantastic.
mean.
Yeah,
I see what you
really,
mean.
really good presentation. But
Not the first time you picked up on one of my blunders today, to be honest, Emmanuel.
That's
we
right.
made quite the faux pas earlier, which we won't discuss. But I think she's sub 25, we know that.
That's right.
Still a great amount of muscularity.
she's younger than me and she's got more muscle. That's all that matters. She's fantastic.
Yeah, perfect.
She stated how during the comp prep, she not only discovered herself, she strengthened the relationship with God and became a role model for her kids. Stated seeing and thinking about how her girls look at her differently makes her emotional. She said it's been the most challenging yet rewarding endeavours of her life. In her first show, debut to remember, Get Loud and Switch, Cheney Wheeler.
Cheney, showcasing that her prep journey is not also a physical one, but a spiritual and a mental one as well. That's always so awesome to hear that, you know, throughout contest prep and through bodybuilding, you know, the physical changes happen, but, you know, I think the mental changes are also huge as well.
Absolutely, and you can see on her face how much it means to her, you know. I think you can see the emotion in her eyes a little bit up there, which is amazing to see, you know. Everybody comes into these preps with a different story and a different why. And yeah, I hope for one that she's really proud of herself today because she's brought a very competitive package to the stage.
That's right. And I will be asking her backstage, what is your ab routine? Because I need it.
We do need it. We do need it. And really, that's why we do this, so that we can spy on people. You know, we're going to be getting Edwina's calf program, going to be getting Samara and Shani's abdominal program, and maybe one of these days, after a couple more commentaries, we're going to have good physiques.
Probably not.
No, probably not. You're
And
right.
speaking of getting programs, I'm probably going to have to get Trinity's quad program because, as you can see, as she walks on stage, absolutely fantastic. And to think that this, I believe Trinity is still a teenager, which is insane.
Yeah, unreal. And the people are on their feet. She's got a great support crew down here today. And, mate, she looks the part. You can see actually way more detail because I guess in the wellness, some of the poses that they're hitting, it doesn't allow them to fully shorten the muscles. So they're actually even leaner than they look. And we can actually see some of those muscles really popping up now as she hits a few of these poses.
And great flow in her posing as well. You know, just being able to, again, showcase that flow, that confidence, that presence, owning the stage.
Absolutely. Absolutely exquisite from Trinity there. Look, I think it's a very close battle, I think, but I think she may just have my vote in terms of the total package today for wellness. So we'll see. We'll see if she comes out on top.
After an injury. In her second season, she's here with an improved package. ready to take it over the next level. She mentioned she loves the discipline to succeed and the active lifestyle. She's an impressive girl. She's desperate to go as far as she can. It's Gold Coast local Sage Burnham.
Now we've got Sage showcasing some fantastic flow and posing, you know, just elegant arm movement, everything just really, really well done. And again, showcasing that, you know, these girls are showing these boys how it's done when it comes to posing and presentation.
Oh, absolutely, mate. I think a lot of male competitors could take a lot from their female counterparts as far as the amount of diligence and the amount of attention to detail that goes into the posing routines. Yeah, really great presentation there from Sage.
And I think, you know, it's all well and good to do the training and to do the dieting, but can you showcase your physique? And that's only done through one thing, posing and posing practice.
A complete knee replacement, learning to re-walk, learning to balance in heels while posing.
A knee replacement. Prep after a knee replacement is crazy work. That's an amazing effort.
She's competing again, this time on our stage. With poise, passion, performance, a lady who epitomises the athlete and the lady. It's inspiration. It's Miss Edwina Johnson.
And Edwina, again, this is why I love hearing people's backstories. To, you know, it's very easy just to judge a physique on stage, but to see where some of these people have come from and the hardships they've had to go through, sometimes physically, sometimes mentally, sometimes both, and be able to present a physique like this is just immense. So well done, Edwina.
Yeah, I mean, recovering from that sort of surgery, you know, it's a good 6 months just to get back to normal, and probably a full year until you really feel like you're yourself again. So what an exceptional thing to be able to come back from and be able to hit the stage.
That's right.
With a great package.
That's
you
it.
know, not just here to make up the numbers.
And again, I cannot stop looking at her calves. They are amazing.
They're monstrous. There's no way around it, Emmanuel.
Open bodybuilder calves.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's get ready to do some awards. Starting with Wellness Debut. There were 4. Coming in 4th place in Wellness Debut, competitor 29, Cheney Wheeler.
All right, and now we are getting on to our awards and presentations. So it'll be interesting to see early doors who takes out some of these classes. It may give us an indication of who potentially is going to be taking that pro card.
Sorry, third place. My bad, in 3rd place. Competitor 21, Sarah Brown.
Wow, so Sarah Brown taking out that 3rd place.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, obviously, from where we were sitting, initially we were sort of talking about her and Trinity going back and forth for the win. But, you know, that's to take nothing away from Abby. She's got a very complete package, and I think perhaps what's gotten Abby across the line is she probably does have that slightly more severe X-frame through the quads. Those quads are pretty hard to go past, and I think that's probably what's just pipped her in front of Sarah there.
That's right, and I think, you know, we still can't understate, you know, I think Trinity is a worthy winner today. She's done a great job of presenting her physique and has done a great job of taking the win today in the debut class. I think potentially, yeah, like you said, the quads on Sarah potentially still just need a little bit more work. But again, I think she's presented a fantastic physique. And again, that's what happens when you have a fantastic class, you know. It can go any way because there's a lot of strengths and it depends what the judges favor on the day.
Absolutely, and I think, you know, the more we sort of consider there, I suppose even though, like, Sarah had those real standout glutes, the best of the division today easily. But sometimes, you know, something that's really strong, it could be overpowering that shot a little bit. So they've maybe gone for a competitor like Abby just ahead of her, who has that balance a little bit more. But yeah, in terms of Trinity's package today, really, really good. So well polished, such good posing. Really hard to go past her in that division.
And as you can see, we've got, you know, she's got her crew with her today and all of them supporting, which is really cool to see. And she's a very worthy winner, so well done, Trinity.
Fantastic.
In the junior category, there were 2. In 2nd place, competitor number 37, it's Sage Burnham.
All right, and now we are moving into our junior. She's done it again.
Your champion, it's Trinity Perkins.
Trinity again with another win in the junior class now. So well done to Trinity. Again, just, a very formidable physique. And that's nothing to take away from Sage. I think Sage has done a fantastic job of presenting some great flow and a great physique. So well done to both these ladies.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. And once again, I think if Sage has a few more shows ahead of her this season, keep dialing in that conditioning more. I think she can be competitive up in some of those lineups this year. Great showing for the juniors, and I guess it doesn't cap off because we've still got some bikini girls to come, and some juniors in there as well. I think in the bikini, but it's been a good day for the junior classes across all of the different categories.
That's right. Wellness novice, we had 6th. Coming in 6th position, competitor number 40, Edwina Johnson.
So we are now into our novice winners for the wellness class. So Edwina coming in, I think it was 6th place. So well done to Edwina. Still a fantastic physique and a fantastic story as well. So well done.
In 5th position, competitor 37, it's Sage Burnham.
And we've got Sage in 5th place. Well done to Sage. Again, a very competitive class.
Into 4th, competitor 29, it's Cheney Wheeler. Into 3rd, taking a bronze medal in the wellness novice category, competitor 41, Abby Coots. Then there were 2. In 2nd position in the wellness novice, it's competitor 21, it's Sarah Brown.
All right, Lawrence. So we were talking about this earlier. Same class where Abby beat Sarah before. We've now seen a turnaround where Sarah has, I believe, taken 2nd place.
Yeah, very interesting. It'd be interesting to hear what the rationale is there. But once again, the judges have to, look at what is in front of them per division and separate those things. And sometimes it could come down to posing changes and that sort of thing. There looks to be a bit of back and forth between the president and the MC there. But it looks like the decision is as normal. So
I'm looking at the judges' table. It looks like it's correct. So, we were saying this when it came to the women's physique class. Sometimes a small tweak in posing, sometimes a small tweak in whatever you're doing backstage can be the difference between a placing. Where we have seen now Sarah actually beat Abby in this class. And there was only, 2 to 3 minutes difference in class?
Yeah,
a perfect example of what we were saying.
Yeah, and I think most likely it's going to be the posing in terms of that's going to come down to it. And, it's nothing that we necessarily picked up on, but, that's why the judges are on the table and we're over here.
That's right.
Which means your winner of the Wellness 35s is competitor 29, Cheney Wheeler.
So well done to our 35 and our 50-plus competitor, Edwina, and our over 35 winner, Chani. Well done. Excellent work. And look, you can see some camaraderie between our competitors there. That's always lovely to see as well.
We
celebrating
do
each
love to
other.
see that, yes.
If me and you were on stage, I would never shake your hand.
Oh, absolutely not. I would not even look you in the eye, Emmanuel.
Constant beef.
Yeah, got to play it up for the cameras.
That's it.
We're good. You're going nowhere because you are our 50-plus champion. Ladies and gents, if you didn't want an inspiration, get on Insta, Fit Eddie. She will inspire you. She is our 50-plus champion today.
Well done, Edwina.
Edwina Johnson. Thank you, Eddie.
All right, now we're on for the big one, the pro qualifier. And if our previous categories are anything to go off, we don't know which way this could go.
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, at the end of the day, the judges are doing a good job there by, just judging each division as it comes and not letting the prior divisions influence what they're about to do. So, obviously, Trinity has taken a few dubs already. She's yet to be beaten, but we'll see.
And I decided to do something which I thought was pretty cool. I know who the new pros are before anybody else here, except for the judges, and it's an absolute honour to have that knowledge and information. And I held the piece of paper and I actually gave it to Maria, who won last year in a pro card, and I gave her the piece of paper and said, I want you to have the piece of paper that I read when you became a pro. And I did the same thing for Isabella, but this year I'm getting text messages, so I'm going to be sending text messages to everyone, I think. But it's an honour to be here to know what's going to happen. So let's get them out here. there were 6 ladies in your Open Pro qualifier in wellness. The winner taking home a pro card. In 6th position, competitor number 40, it's Edwina Johnson.
And well done again to Edwina, competing in multiple classes today, showcasing great posing. She should be very, very proud of herself. And she's done it with a smile on her face the whole time, so well done.
Yeah, great energy on stage, great presentation. Should be very chuffed with her package today.
And well done to Sage as well. I was saying before during her eye walk, she had fantastic posing, great elegance on stage, great confidence, so she should be very, very proud of herself as well.
Competitor 29, Cheney Wheeler.
And a really good day for Cheney. Obviously a lot of emotion in today, and it's just amazing to see how chuffed she looks with her result. Brought a fantastic level of conditioning.
Medal. In 3rd, competitor number 41, it's Abby Coote.
There you go again. So potentially Sarah making an adjustment backstage after that first or second class, being able to switch those results, and we'll see what happens here with the pro card.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously it was just that first one where Abby sort of got the nudge and she was able to make enough changes to turn it around.
But today there can be one winner. There can be one pro card. In 2nd place, she has got an absolutely amazing future. It's competitor number 21, Sarah Brown.
There you have it.
There you have it. And well done, Sarah.
Your champion and new OCB Australia Pro from the area, competitor 33, it's Trinity Perkins.
And well done to Trinity, our new Wellness OCB Pro.
Thoroughly deserved.
100%. I think she showcased a great physique today. I think she was the perfect balance between all aspects, and you can see the friends and family in support, standing on chairs, tiptoes, phones out. I think that's what makes it even better. It's all well and good to have the pro card and to have the trophy, but to have people to celebrate it with is even more important. So well done to Trinity. Well done.
Absolutely, so good to see. Amazing amount of support there, and yeah, incredible from Trinity, and so well deserved. I think just the top to bottom, so polished. Really, exactly what we're looking for in this division. So she's a fantastic ambassador as overall, and a new pro.
That's right. You can see her holding the trophy there. You can see the obliques popping through.
Yeah.
I think sometimes you don't get.
Serratus.
That's it. You can't see some of these things when they're hitting their wellness poses. So that you just when you see it, you have to call it out. It's fantastic. Well done.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely.
Sarah. Oh, sorry. We're going to do them with hands up.
Well done to all of our wellness competitors today. I think in terms of the class here, our most entertaining for me of the day, being able to see all these girls go back and forth in multiple classes and to see the switches in between. Well done. Awesome work.
Absolutely, and once again, like a really clear delineation between the divisions. You could sort of put the same poses, the same posing suits, but you can really see a stark difference between our women's physique, our figure, our wellness, which I think just speaks to the fact that the judging is very good. It's sticking towards the criteria.
That's right.
But also there's enough competitors to make these changes and make these differences apparent.
Because I've done it for everyone else, and everyone else has won a champion. If you've got family or friends who want to have a photo, and I'm fearing we're going to empty the crowd, and it's all going to be on the load limit of the stage. Get your friends and family and coaches and loved ones up here, mate. It's your time for a photo.
Here we go. I feel like we might have our biggest one of the day. We have got. Let's count. We've got 1, we've got 2, we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I think there's some FaceTime happening there. I think it's Samantha Wicks on FaceTime. FMG Pro and FMG multiple-time Pro champion. So that's obviously a coach for. I don't know where Sam is at the moment. She might be somewhere in Europe, to be honest. She's had a pretty busy season, but great to see she's tuning in.
Oh my goodness! Look at the. I mean, if that's the direct family on the left there, you can see where she gets the quads from. Look at the dad and I think the brother there. Look at that! Wow.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to not be in the photo.
I'm not sure if all of them are going to fit on stage.
A lot of muscle mass on the stage. It does take a village, as they say, Manuel, so that's great to see.
Yeah. well done to Trinity, and then obviously it's fantastic that she's got so many people to celebrate it with. I'm sure she's going to go backstage, and when looking back at today, she's probably going to remember this photo and this time more than anything else.
Well, that's exactly it, man. At the end of the day, you know, this is what it's about. You know, the people that you get to celebrate it with, and those are the moments that actually mean a lot more than any sort of trophy, any sort of sword or shield, is sharing that time with friends and family. So amazing to see.
I think that might be Dad giving her a nice little chat, so well done. She should be so proud of herself. And yeah, that is our newest OCB Pro.
And that wraps up the wellness. So Bikini to come, but first we'll hear what our OCB Pro has to say.
After she gets her many hugs and many congratulations, which is fully deserved.
I'm gonna. Righto, we've got time for cuddles later. You've got to talk to me, then go to a urinalysis test. Ladies and gents, new OCB Pro, Trinity Perkins. How does that sound?
Absolutely crazy.
Doesn't it?
It does.
Now, I spoke to you yesterday and said extrinsically we all want to win. Intrinsically, what's the goal? And you said...
To have fun.
And did you have fun?
Myself. Yeah, I had so much fun, honestly.
Mate, your crew over here have been exceptional all day.
Amazing.
They have set the standard.
Most amazing people.
Absolutely nuts. All right, I want to give them the trophy now.
Please.
But I can't, just in case there's a bikini competitor backstage who's got like a pack of wolves out there who are going to come in and rip the house apart. Mate, who do you want to thank?
I'd really love to thank my parents. Without them, I wouldn't be here today. I'd like to thank OCB and especially Lisa for really pushing for me and just getting me up here on stage. Without them, I wouldn't be on stage today.
Amazing. So what's next for you?
I'm doing MBA in 2 weeks and then ICN after that.
Now, you've qualified to go to the US to
Yeah.
compete at Yorton in an all-pro show. If you compete at that show, you have to be a pro. No amateurs can go to it. It's one of the only all-pro shows. 70,000 up for grabs. I think 5,000 for the winner of wellness. Are you going? Is it a thought? Because if every one of your spectators gave you $2, you've got the money.
I mean, yeah, why not?
Righto. Who's going to America? All right, they're going, you're going. What do we give her, guys? 10 out of 10 from the boys in the commentary, General and Manny down there. Ladies and gents, your new OCB Wellness Pro, Miss Trinity Perkins. Congratulations.
Thank you so much,
Okay, our final category of the day. And if you're a spectator here and you want to win that trophy down there for spectating, you better go loud, you better go nuts. Bikini, balanced, athletic and streamlined is what we're looking for. They can have some accentuated hip development.
Alrighty, mate. The most patient of all bodybuilders are the bikini girls because they're always on at the end of the day. They always got to wait. But they always bring the big crowds and they always bring the big energy and often are going to be the posing masters. So,
that's right.
Mate, it's also our biggest category of the day. We have some big numbers in this one, man.
I'm not sure we're going to be able to fit them all on stage. I believe we have we've got 3 open classes line. 3. That does not just beat any other division by 1. It beats it by 2. We've only ever had 1 open class, but now we've got 2. So I think we are definitely on to see some fantastic physiques, but we are also open to seeing some great competitiveness from each and every one of these girls. So let's get into it. So we're starting off with our debut. So we've got Emily, Jade, and Tina.
It's going to be a busy one, man. It's the last big push of the day, so this crowd's still raring to go.
That's it.
Pam's still singing it. It's going to be a big day.
And MC extraordinaire, but also cares about the athletes, making sure they have their numbers, making sure they're raring to go. Well done, Cam.
That's athlete-centered. We do love to see that.
That is OCB in a nutshell.
Do you want to go? Yeah, we're going to head over to Lyle.
Okay, ladies, can I get you to take 1 step to the right, please? Stop there.
So I think what we'll see initially with the bikini is that the physique from top to bottom is a lot more balanced.
That's right.
You know, we're going to be still expecting a good muscularity through the glutes, especially the delts as well.
Right.
But you're not going to notice that same disparity from top to bottom compared to the wellness. So that's going to be the biggest thing that the viewers are going to see right from the outset.
That's right, and as you can see, you know, when we look at these physiques, we can see a distinct difference again between our wellness and to these girls, because as you were saying before, potentially in the past, like, you know, can you really tell a difference between natural wellness and natural bikini? Well, to those people I ask, can you tell a difference now? Because I think there is 100% a clear separation between the two.
100%, and I think once again you're going to be looking fairly similar as far as the conditioning is concerned. You may see the bikini competitors just holding that little bit less conditioning than what we just saw in the wellness.
That's right.
But not by much, to be honest.
Yep.
You know, we're still looking for a very tight athletic physique.
That's right.
Okay, ladies,
it's,
I'll get you to do a
especially
half turn
nowadays,
to the
you know,
front,
you look
please.
at bikini. These bikini girls train hard because they have to. Like you said, you still need to have those prominent delts. You need to have those prominent glutes. You need to be able to create that small waist and create that shape and silhouette. And that comes from hard training and hard dieting as well. So it'll be interesting to see where they go with this.
Thank you, ladies. Just
I think
to follow.
early for me, I'm looking at our competitor to the far left, Emily, competitor number 6, I think brings some great shape, but also competitor number 2, I believe was competitor number 18, sorry, Jade, had some great muscularity actually through the back there.
Yep, definitely. No, I think the interesting about bikini, you can get quite an array of different physiques. So it's going to be really those open lineups, and obviously we're going to get a nice overall pose down as well once those open classes have each of their winners. So it's going to be great to see.
Let's welcome her back to stage. Get loud, Martin supporters. It's your girl number 6, Emily Martin.
We've got Emily Martin back on for
Joining
the novice
Emily,
class.
Competitor number 10, first time to stage, it's Jessie McPhee.
We're going to get the first look at Jessie
Joining
McPhee.
those two is competitor 13, first time to her today, it's Lana Reed. And rounding out the four, competitor 32, Emily Campbell.
Shout out to Emily Campbell, member of Team HFS, the crew that I'm a part of. So looking the goods up there today. Shout out, Emily.
Okay, ladies, can we do a half turn to the rear, please?
But here we do have our novice class.
And again, as we can see, some fantastic posing going on from our ladies up there. Jessie McPhee, first time on stage today. A little bit more of a more muscular bikini physique, but
Yeah,
you know, still fitting the criteria in my opinion. So it'll be interesting to see how she poses. And I think, you know, in that first transition, we saw that she was showcasing some great bikini, charisma. Bikini charisma, we'll say that.
Absolutely. Walking with purpose. I don't think it's a race to that back line, but she surely did get there. You know, get in the pose, get it into it. It's good to see. And I think, yeah, she's definitely more developed through the lower body. But I think it matches the upper quite well,
right, yeah.
which is probably why she's opted for bikini as opposed to wellness. And some really nice, smooth transitions there. Really nice walk to the front. All these little things in bikini, they all cost something. They all stand for something. So you're going to notice that there are no lost and wasted movements up there.
That's right. And I think, you know, OCB Bikini is traditionally quite muscular. Like if we have a look at our OCB Pro from our first show last year, we actually had Bonnie who won the bikini overall and ended up winning the pro card, and then went to Yorton and finished in the top 4. And she's quite a muscular physique. So they do tend to favour that a little bit more in OCB Bikini, which I think sometimes can be a little bit different compared to some of our the other natural
Okay, ladies, half turn to the rear.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it sort of follows on from the traditions of the highest level of bikini, which is of course in the IFBB, and you know some of the natural feds do base their bikini off that a bit more. NBA being another one, of course OCB,
walk to the rear,
and just like most of the categories, the standard keeps getting higher and higher. You know, like probably a few years ago, some of these ladies on stage right now would have been deemed too big for bikini.
That's it.
But now this is where the standard is. A rising tide lifts all ships, and here we are getting to witness it.
You make a great point there. Like, I think sometimes when, you know, you have to judge based, you sometimes have to judge what's in front of you. And, you know, as all all of our girls start to train harder and harder and harder, you know, it does lift the quality in terms of muscularity across all divisions, and it's a sport that's ever evolving. So I'm for one really interested to see how this continues on.
Thanks, Emily.
Absolutely. Big thank you to our novice class. And moving now into the first.
Our first of the over 35s class.
Yeah, very good.
So we've got two classes for the 35s.
History of OCB, we've had classes. We have so many competitors in one division, we needed to split them into two. So in the ladies 35 bikini plus, so over 35s, we've got two classes. Welcoming for Class A, 4 competitors coming all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. Competitor number 1, Nairobi Nicholas. Joining Nairobi is competitor
all the way
11,
from Atlanta, Georgia. To quote the great Childish Gambino, Atlanta, Georgia got something for you. Nairobi bringing a very competitive package today. Look at those delts.
Wow. Again, these Americans are coming here, and they are coming here to try to steal these Australian pro cards. Wow. What a physique.
Mate, absolutely. The borders are getting absolutely shell-shocked with a few of these international competitors. And, yeah, wow. I mean, all of a sudden we've got one of the strongest classes of the day. Some really good conditioning that we're seeing up there in the bikini.
That's right. And again, I've been saying it, OCB today, the gift that keeps on giving. And as you can see, I think Nairobi's got some fans with some cutouts here. That's fantastic.
We do like to see that.
Okay, ladies, half turn to the rear.
So as we move through here again, I think, you know, all these ladies, they're posing absolutely fantastic, showcasing, you know, that they have been working on their posing, probably not just in prep, but in the off-season as well. Heels out 24/7.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by that showing from Erica, to be honest. Like, the conditioning from top to toe is really, really impressive, and the development in the back is to be noted as well.
Yeah, for sure. I think Nairobi as well, competitor number 1, which I believe will make her the first person who actually registered for this show, and we can see why. She is ready. She is raring to go. Great development through the back there as well.
Absolutely. She was obviously very serious about it. Log on, get that application in.
That's it.
Still got a nice crowd here. Good to see people hanging around all the way till the end of the day. Really show these competitors the love that they deserve.
That's it. We've got, you know, coaches, competitors, fans alike, all staying around to make sure that they do see the quality that's on stage through all classes today. And, you know, sometimes that's a bit rare. I mean, I've been at shows where, you know, at the start of the day, the house is full, and then by the end of the day, it's pretty empty. But I think this is a testament to, you know, the quality of physiques that, you know, it's been standing room only pretty much the whole day.
Yeah, and it's really been a great atmosphere here at the Ipswich Showgrounds all day long. And, you know, it's great to have the expo on in the back. There's been some loud music, some lifting of weights. So all in all, it's made for a really nice day out.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if the live stream fans have been able to see the crowd numbers as well as maybe even see the atmosphere that's here. But I know for me personally, I'm raring to go to potentially compete. Not potentially, I will be competing with OCB again. Just not just for, you know, the pro card and potentially the, you know, the route to Yorton, but just the show itself. The show day experience here is something that I haven't really experienced anywhere else. So this is really, really cool to see.
Ladies, walk to the rear blue line.
As you can see, we've got Lyle working our bikinis, 35 plus class A, making sure to see who's going to win this class. No mistakes. Again, Erica with that great back development, competitor number 17 on the far left there.
Yeah, it's going to be close, man. I mean, I guess the thing about Erica is has quite a bit of development in the back. You know, it's sort of right on that line with Bikini, and she's also very strong through the front in the quads. Would like to see her sort of in the middle between the other two, between Jess and Nairobi, to see how they stack up.
Can I have 17 and 1 swap places, please?
Oh, there we go. It's happened. Get her in the mix.
Your wish is Lyle's command.
Got the direct line.
That's it.
Okay, ladies, half turn to the rear.
Here we go, working them again. Judging panel really doing their due diligence to make sure that they get this call right, which probably means that, you know, this class is quite competitive, and they want to make sure that they get this decision right.
Yeah, because I think it's clear that Erica, in terms of the back development, has got it. And, you know, she does definitely have a lot of glute development, but potentially, you know, not as much as projection, you know, as we could see in some of the other, like, I think maybe even some of the other competitors' glutes being a bit softer is maybe working in their favor. So that's why, you know, it's not always cut and dry. You have to weigh these things up, and that's why with the bikini, going back and forth, different shades of lighting, see who looks better on different lines on the stage.
That's right. I think, you know, like for me personally, if I was the two that I'm looking at quite closely are Nairobi as well as Jess, but also like I couldn't tell you which way this is going to go because all very different physiques. I think all their posing is fantastic, you know, great charisma, great confidence, great energy. You know, none of them are really fading. They're making sure to hit their poses, doing their due diligence, making sure that they don't give the judges any reason to dock them any points. But yeah, very, very fantastic Open 35 class.
Absolutely, very polished indeed. And so I think that's the only of the first of the two 35 classes.
That's right.
So we'll see what these other four women have to do.
I want you to stand up and show everyone your cardboard cutout because I think it's really cool. There's your mum. You come from Atlanta.
There you go.
Cardboard cutouts. That's what supporting.
They do love a cardboard cutout out in America, don't they?
Oh, mate, they certainly do. They certainly do.
Got LeBron, they've got Kobe, they've got
Atlanta,
MJ.
Georgia is in the building.
That's right. Oh, and then we've got shirts as well, with a QR code on the back as well.
Huge, great form of marketing, that.
That's
in
it.
the ladies, 35 plus bikini. Bringing him out, competitor number 10, Jessie McPhee.
All right, we've got Jessie McPhee back on stage.
Reed. Bringing out competitor 16, Melissa Hernandez.
So Melissa, who we're getting to see for the first time, and Tina, who we did see a little bit earlier, who's having to make a bit of haste as she gets ready to get on stage.
Oh, there we go, she's back.
We got Tina.
Waiting for Tina. She's on her way out now.
They're getting a few extra reps of the dumbbell laterals.
Those could prove vital.
That's right. We've seen it happen today. Could happen again.
Exactly right. They could be the difference.
Amazing ladies who wrap up the 35 plus. I'm going to hand over to you to say bye, boys.
Okay, ladies, half turn to the rear. Ladies, walk to the rear blue line.
And I must say, Melissa is very, very lean through the lower.
That's
You
right.
know, you can see that separation with every step. You know, you can see the ITB. You can see that the top segments of the glute are even a little bit separated. She's pretty lean through the rear, through the hamstrings. Very, very impressive. It'll be interesting to see whether or not the judges deem that as a little bit too lean for the division. But nevertheless, I mean, it's very impressive level of conditioning.
That's right. Like sometimes, potentially, if someone doesn't fit the criteria, it doesn't mean that they're doing anything wrong. Like the fact that that she's got to this level of condition is hard work, and it's really well done. And sometimes that can be one element of potentially maybe not suiting the criteria, but in other aspects you can see through the delts there, an actual glute size, she's still got it. Like so, again, she could be very, very competitive in this class.
Half turn to the rear.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's one of those where when she's in the pose, it looks spot on because she's not flexing too hard, she's not extending the legs too much, but it's just those transitions, like she's taking the load through the legs, and it's like, you can't help but just see those striations pop out.
To the rear blue line.
But I think still bringing a very balanced package top to bottom in terms of the lack of disparity between the upper matching the lower.
That's right.
Okay, ladies, half turn to the front and walk back to the
And once
front
again,
blue line.
even within the bikini division, across various federations, a lot of differences in terms of the posing requirements. Obviously, OCB does what I quite like to see. They get them to move the hair off the back so that you can see that back musculature. So it's not as simple as some of the divisions where the hair stays down and you're just basically displaying the glutes, the hams, and the rear delts. These girls have had to put in the hard yards for that back training because they know it's going to be on display.
That's right, and I think that's a good thing because these girls will be training back. They will be, doing the hard yards. So I think being able to showcase and display that is really important.
Okay, ladies, half turn back to the front. All right, thank you, ladies. You can fall off.
And well done to our 35 plus class B bikini competitors. Another great class. And again, still not sure which way they're going to go. It's very difficult to call in these classes. All very competitive.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, to decide who's going to be getting that pro qualifying masters, they're going to need an overall to split those two winners. So
that's right.
The work is not done.
Or division is the women's 50 plus. We have two, and they look exceptional. Please help me welcome to stage competitor number 13. It's Lana Reed.
Got Lana Reed back onto the 50 plus, and she'll be joined by Erica.
Lana being joined by number 17. It's Erica Gray.
Cam biting the flow there on you, Emmanuel. Word for word, mate. I think he's got that direct line. He's reading the lips.
That's it.
Ladies looking amazing. We'll hand over to Lyle, who'll take you through your turns.
Okay, ladies, I'll get you to move one step to the right in the middle. Perfect. Super. Okay, ladies, half turn to the rear. Okay, ladies, walk to the rear blue line.
What a display for 250-plus competitors. I mean, it just really hammers home that reality that in the world of natural bodybuilding, age is just a number.
That's right.
And it often means that some of these ladies are starting to approach their best ever physiques once they get into those 50s, which is outrageous. It's just amazing to see, isn't it?
That's it. And I think, you know, we always talk about how it takes time. You need to, you know, if you want to have that level of muscularity,
Okay,
you
ladies,
need to be in the game for a long time. But it's all well and easy to say, like, oh, I've spent a lot of time in the gym, that's why I have that muscularity. You need to remain consistent for years, sometimes decades, to produce this level of muscularity. It's not as simple as just being in the gym. It's about being consistent and consistently showing up and consistently being relentless in your process for years on years on years. So both these ladies should be very, very impressed with themselves. I think they've done an excellent job.
And man, I must say, I mean, full credit to Lana, but Erica has been really impressive in that showing. I think that she is going to be a handful in that open showdown as well.
That's right.
Okay, it's now time. We are about to welcome out the first of 3 open bikini classes. Each class has 4 competitors. We'll start with open class A. Your first competitor is competitor number 1, Nairobi Nicholas. Joining Nairobi is competitor 11, Jess Naida. Competitor 17, Erica Gray. And competitor number 18, Jade Wood.
And here we go. We are into our first open class of the day, open class A. And again, we are treated to some fantastic physiques. I believe we have seen all these ladies before, so it'll be interesting to see how this one plays out.
Absolutely. Some of these ladies have already been quite busy today, already have racked up a few appearances on stage.
That's
so
right.
No doubt that fatigue does start to set in a little bit, but that's where that poise and that professionalism really has to come out.
Half turn to the rear.
Again, all still smiling, all still holding their pose as well. Transitions haven't taken, you know, any slowing down. So, you know, quite clearly they've been working on their posing fitness, because I think that's an element that, you know, people maybe don't understand. It's all well and good to practice your posing so you know that you can do it and do it well, but can you do it after you've been posing multiple rounds already today? You know, it's a very overlooked element sometimes, in my opinion.
Yeah, 100%, and especially if you're going to be going, you know, deep into some of these categories. Like, for example, these open classes, there's still going to be the individual presentations. There's still going to be an open overall pose down.
That's right.
So you need to make sure that you've got that motor, you've got that endurance, because those are the ones that are going to count the most. You
That's
know,
right.
you get to the end, you'd hate to be,
Number 1
you know,
and
shaky
number
and
11
tired,
change
and then you
places.
can't take that crown.
That's right. I'm actually really excited to watch like a battle for a pro card with the overall. We haven't seen that yet with OCB, so it'll be interesting to see how the
Half turn
crowd
to the
goes
rear.
when and the 2 competitors that are up there, or 3 competitors in the open class, for example, when they know they're battling it out for a pro card.
Absolutely.
Have a look here again. Erica with some fantastic upper body development through the delts, the arms, and the back there. And Nairobi as
Half
well.
turn back
You
to
know,
the
I think
front.
some really good separation through the upper body, and good muscle through the lower body too.
Yeah, I think that's sort of the big battle here, is Erica and Nairobi. You know, both
Thank you,
bringing
ladies. You may
slightly
follow.
different strengths. Both very formidable competitors. So looking forward to see where the judges lean. I mean, that's a tough one. Both could very well deserve to be in that overall, but only one is going to get there.
That's right.
Amazing. Okay, open class B. There are 4 ladies to hit the stage. Start off competitor 6, Emily Martin. Joining Emily, competitor number 7, first time today is Angel the Jelly Beans Venom. We've got number 13, Lana Reed. And competitor 16, it's Melissa Hernandez.
So I think this is our first time seeing Angel,
That's
competitor
right.
number 7. So
Yep.
we got a new person in the mix here. Open class number 2, vying for that second spot in the overall.
Okay, ladies, half turn to the rear.
Be interesting to see with Angel being a little bit more fresh compared to the other people she's on stage with. Will this play a role potentially in how she does in this class? You know, these girls have been up here, you know, some of them twice. I think some of them maybe even 3 times already today. So it'll be
Okay,
interesting to
ladies,
see how
walk
this
to the
class
rear
goes.
blue line.
So yeah, you can certainly see Lana and Melissa just with that more density through the lower body, which
That's
is
right.
highlighting a bit more conditioning. But I would say, you know, in terms of the upper back look, I mean, once again, there's
Half turn
slightly
and walk
different
to the front
lighting
blue
across
line.
the stage, but Lana displaying a good amount of muscularity there.
Can I get 7 and 13 to swap places, please?
Got our first little move around of the day now. Of the class.
It has been a long day,
Ladies,
It
Emmanuel.
has been a very long day. I think I'm
Please.
due for another hit of
Thank you.
caffeine.
Stop right there. 13, can you just move over? Okay, ladies, half turn to the rear.
You
Walk
can sort
to
of
the
see
rear
what I
blue
mean
line.
there in terms of the conditioning of Melissa down the end there. Very, very lean through the lower.
Yeah, for sure. And I've got to say, Angel's upper back detail there is quite impressive as well. She's, you know, potentially our older competitors in this class, and in Melissa
Half turn and walk
also
to the front blue
in
line.
Lana. You know, they've got fantastic upper back development, but I think, you know, Angel as well, showcasing some good upper back development, which is really nice to see.
Yep, definitely standing right with them.
7 and 6 swap places.
We've got another switch now.
A little bit more movement. Emily Martin coming into the fold here.
Really impressed with Emily's posing as
Half
well.
turn
I
to
think
the rear.
she's definitely done a lot of work on that. You can just see each transition looks the same. Each time she gets into her next pose, she's following a set routine that she has. So, you know, she's clearly done the work in that regard. So well done, Emily.
Yeah, definitely very polished, and you know, even those little things
Half
like
turn to
the
the
way
front.
that you move your arms and your hands
That's
to
right.
remove the hair from the back. You know, there's no, you know, missed movements,
6
as we've been
and
saying
16
all
swap
day.
places.
Everything really does count. You want every single movement to be something.
You could see they're just when they're asked to move places, they're not looking left and right to see where they need to go. Hand goes up, and then it's a smooth transition walk, which I believe, you know, it's part of that bikini criteria. You need to make sure your posing is on point, and that is the entire time you're on stage, not just when, you know, you're hitting your poses. It's what are you doing in between? How are you getting into your pose? These things are all, I think, just so amplified in the bikini division.
Half turn to the front. Thank you, ladies. You can file off.
All right, and that is our Bikini Open Class B. So well done to